in high school football. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome to action. Here come the Redmen with the first play from scrimmage. They're going to run a counter play. And, of course, giving the ball to Will Hager. He's going to pick up about 5. They'll spot him at the 41. It was a Clyde kickoff that was returned to the 37. Bellevue trying to show a little tempo here, Mike Martin, early.
Yeah, they're coming up real quick to the line. Max Myers is able to come up and make that stop. But, that's a pretty nice gain. And one thing that Bellevue's going to do, they're going to show you where they're going with the football.
2 receivers on the far side. Deeganhorn at quarterback. And he's going to fake it. He's going to run, and he's going to get hit, and he's going to get dropped for a loss. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, put some eyes on it for us.
Oh, Blue Norman shot that inside gap and took him down right away. Excellent play by the Clyde defensive front.
It's a loss of 5. It'll make 3rd down and 11. And it's going to be the battle because Bellevue is look at Mike. They're bringing a lot of personnel looks different into the ballgame. One receiver to the far. Now they got 2 running backs in the back. They got Cole Beltran. Also, they've got Nick Missler in the backfield on either side of Deeganhorn. 1 receiver to the far side. Deeganhorn looking for it. He's rolling left. He's looking like he wants to throw the pressure in him out, but he's got to throw it out here. It's going to be incomplete. Boy, Mike, they had a single receiver set and rolled left, threw it right, and it was a little too high, and they're going to have to punt the ball.
Yeah, that time what they did, Logan Holmler had some pretty good pressure. He and Walker Britt had nice pressure on there, kind of forcing him to throw that ball a little bit high. One thing that Bellevue's going to have to do, they're going to have to see what they can do with Blue Norman. Blue Norman leads the conference right now with 11 sacks on the season, so they're going to have to find a way to maybe double team him or just slow him down.
So Ethan Moore getting ready to punt. Here's the snap. He does get away. It's high. It's end over end. Will be fielded at the 35. And just trying to turn the corner and nowhere else to go. And it will be a tackle. And getting the ball was Will Lozier. So Clyde will have it first 10. We have a late penalty come in. And what's that call going to be? Oh, so bottom line, I think if we go to Mike Martin, Mike, it looks like they're going to call personal foul against Clyde as after Lozier got tackled and kind of threw the ball up and at him, and I think that's going to set Clyde back. It's going to be the first big penalty of the ball game.
And that's one thing that they're looking at right now. If anything gets a little out of hand, they want to nip it in the bud right away. And one of the officials must have thought that there's a little extracurricular going on after the play, and that's something they're not going to let go on.
All right, so the Clyde Fliers moving right to left as you hear it here tonight in their yellow, gold jerseys, helmets, blue trousers, moving right to left here against Bellevue. Of course, Jaden Cook, the quarterback. Clyde's got 3 receivers, bunch to the left side, 1 to the right side. Now they're going to move the running back to the left side of Cook now. Cook looking for the first snap. He's going to fake a pitch. He's rolling right. He's looking. He's going to look down. Now he's going to take off and run. He's at the 20. He puts it down at the 25 and spins. It gets hammered out of bounds. Well out of bounds. Let's see if there's a flag on that.
And the official is shaking his head no.
So, Brad Bannister, let's go down to you.
They have no flag pulled for this thing. And I tell you what, he was a easy step out of bounds. If you're going to call that flag on the first play, I think that could have very easily been one.
All right, so they're going to spot the ball for Clyde at the 27. It's a nice pickup. It's going to be 2nd down. So Clyde showing a little misdirection there, Mike. Looking deep, nothing there. And Cook with good wheels. He got out and ran, picked up 8. Here comes Overmeyer in motion. He's at a wing position. Now looking to throw again. They're looking, Cook's going to throw it right here. It's going to be incomplete. That time a little too much juice on it. Looked to me like he was going out to Brady Wilson at about the 35. Will make it 3rd and 2.
Yeah, that was pretty decent coverage, although it wasn't too tight. Mason Miller was over on that coverage, and just a little bit too far outside.
3rd down and 2. The ball spotted at the 27. Just underway. Bellevue went 3 and out. Clyde got the punt. Personal foul, moved it back to the 19. Clyde coming out, throwing the ball, not running here early, mixing it up a little bit against the Bellevue defense. Cook under center. He's going to hand off and try and get up the middle and getting hit at Daniels. And Daniels, I don't believe, where's he going to be? Right down to you, Brad. Did he get close to it or not?
He's going to be about a yard short, John.
Okay, so it's going to make it 4th and 1.
Yeah, Mason Beauvais did a great job 5'8", 203 pounds, came up and stopped him from getting that extra yard.
Clyde shows like they're going to go for it. 4th and 1. They're going to force Bellevue into a timeout. They're going to go for it. Cook's going up under center. And he puts his head down. And I tell you what, with a little bit of a scrum, they gave it to him. It's one thing that we've talked about this multiple times is that the officials this year are letting them scrum for a period of time. At that time, it benefited Clyde.
Yeah, at the initial attack, he did not have the first down. But he was getting pushed in the back by Daniels, and Daniels was able to push him across that line.
Well, I gave you a little bit of idea into the mindset of Coach Ryan Carter in this ball game. Cook looking. It's going to flare it out here. It's going to be caught. Coming up the right side, spinning past one defender, but getting upended. Nice tackle out there at about the 33-yard line. It'll be just a pickup of 2 on that pass.
Yeah, Mason Treat did a nice job of coming over from the defensive end spot to be able to run that down.
2nd down and 8, 9:08 to go. No score here tonight. Play clock is at 24. Cook in the backfield by himself. Here comes a man in motion. Now Clyde will stop and reset. 1 receiver to the far side, 3 to the near. Obviously, everybody's going to keep their eye on Brady Wilson, the key receiver for Clyde. 3 receivers to this near side. Cook looking. He's looking. He's going to go ahead and pump fake. And he's going to go ahead and throw it down. He's going to lob it down the outside, and it's going to be out of bounds. Threw it away on purpose on that particular pass, Mike. Now they've got 3rd and long for the Flyers here early.
Yeah, again, Mason Bova was able to come down, or Bove was able to come down and force that at a high throw.
So 3rd down. 8:40 to go. Big 3rd down play for Clyde. Can they convert here early in this ball game? Both teams matching up. This is going to be a good one. They're again man in motion and setting over on this side. Here to the near side of the home side. Now Cook's going to go up under center. Now he'll step back. 3 seconds to hike it. He gets it. He's back. He's rolling. He steps up. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to go ahead and keep on running. And Jaden Cook's going to put his head down and get a 1st down. So Jaden Cook across the 45 to the 46 picks up 13, 1st and 10 Clyde.
That's how elusive Cook is. Nick Missler had him dead in his sights for a big loss. But Cook was able to elude that and get upfield and get that big 1st down. Again, very good coverage. Bellevue right now, they're just going with the zone coverage deep with the deep safety. And right now it's been pretty effective for covering up the receivers.
3 to the far side, 1 to the near. Fake the air. Quick out. Caught. Right side. Turning the right corner. Keeping the feet. Moving down. 1st down to the 42. I believe Olsen got that pass. And Olsen is going to get the 1st down. And we've got a player down, and that could very well be Olsen. We'll double check. It's going to be official timeout, and we'll take a timeout here too. 8:09 to go. Clyde moving. We'll be back after this on the BAS Sports Network.
ACJ Overhead Door of Fremont are your installation and service experts, specializing in both residential and commercial garage doors and operators. Don't risk trying to do the repairs yourself, especially when it comes to broken springs. Let the professionals at ACJ take care of that for you. If you're looking to upgrade your garage door, ACJ offers a full line of doors from economy to premium to fit any budget, with free estimates on installation. ACJ Overhead Door, serving Sandusky and surrounding counties. For more information, call 419-341-6586 or online at acjoverheaddoor.com.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Fliers. Go Flyers!
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
Back to action, 7:51. Rolling to his left. It's going to be Cook, and Cook is going to get hit and drop the balls on the ground, and it's going to be a turnover, and it should be Bellevue ball. First big mistake of the ball game. Cook trying to dance in the pocket, got ripped. Let's go right down to Brad Bannister.
Yeah, great job by the right side defensive end for the Bellevue defense. He came around, beat his tackle off the corner, and was able to reach in right before Cook started to throw the ball.
Yeah, that was Hayden Bricker. He was able to come in and make that hit, and then Mason Treat was the recipient of that fumble.
So Bellevue with the ball at the Clyde 49. 1st and 10. Handoff, left side of Hager. Hager gets hit, and he'll get dropped. He'll pick up maybe a yard. They'll spot him down at the 48. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Do want to remind everybody that the official restaurant and food sponsor of the BAS broadcast team is Blue Collar Bistro here in Clyde. They take care of us every week. We're so thankful for them, and we'll talk a little bit more later. Moving to a new location, maybe by the end of the year, first of next year, Blue Collar Bistro in Clyde, Ohio.
And they are sponsors of the big hit of the game tonight.
And there'll be a few. All right, so we're going to have a timeout. Coach Carter's going to call a timeout right now. He's not happy, and he's looking around, and they're going to sit and talk about it. We'll keep it right here. Just want to let you know that, again, we're at the 7:05 mark, and things going back and forth early here tonight. We do have an early score, and it is Port Clinton 7, Oak Harbor nothing. And most of the other games we have Ross 7-0 over Whitmer early. It's a good sign for the little Giants on the road. And I think that's kind of about where we're at so far. So Mike Martin, boy, Clyde driving the ball, started their 19, ran 9 plays, looking good, and all of a sudden turnover. Boom.
Yeah, when Cook is able to get outside of the pocket and scramble to the outside, he's looking pretty good. But when he stayed in the pocket and the pocket collapsed on him, that's when they had problems, and that's when Bricker was able to knock that ball out of his hands, and Treat was able to get that fumble.
Number one job of quarterback, protect the ball.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. Bellevue's got it now, 2nd and 9. Timeout was by Clyde. They've got 2 receivers, one to each side. And Hager just to the left side, now rolling back, looking for a throw, looking, Deeganhorn. He's going to throw it deep, and it's going to be incomplete. Well overthrown by the Bellevue Redmen. And on that one pass reception, it was Olsen, the one that was hurt, and he's been off. Now he's back in defensively right now. So Clyde's going to switch up their team. 3rd and long. 3 receivers to the near side here, the home side of the Clyde field. In the slot is going to be Carter Lapata. They like to throw to him. Deeganhorn goes up to the center, says something. He's looking. He's going to play fake. It's going to be quarterback keeper, and he's not going to get it. We've got a penalty right down where all the action was. Brad, I'm not sure if you saw that or not.
I didn't get a real good look, but it sure seems like they're going to call holding on Bellevue, which I would imagine Clyde would probably decline.
So it's holding. I'm sure Clyde will decline it. Bellevue's, oh no, Bellevue might go or not. Let's see, the ball's still spotted at the 48.
Yeah,
4th down.
John Miller Perry, nice job of being able to get him down and keep him short of that 1st down marker.
They picked up 2, and Bellevue's going to go for it. Or will they pooch punt? Yeah, he will. And that's a high punt. Fielded back and fair catch. And it'll be a fair catch down to the Clyde 12. So with that punt, Bellevue, 3 and outs to open up the game, Mike. That's not normal. One thing we've not seen from them tonight is why is Deeganhorn not running his typical, him and Hager are not running the football against Clyde.
And I think one thing that they're looking at right now is what the linebackers from Clyde are doing, as well as if that line is slanting,
right,
and what they can do to be able to take advantage of that.
Scoreless quarter, 6:46, moving right to left. The Clyde Fliers with their 2nd possession, ball spotted at the 13. Man in motion from left to right now, coming back again. And they do a little misdirection, give to Daniels. He puts his head down, and he doesn't get much at all. Maybe a yard. I think I spot him at about just on the other side of the 15, so we'll say 2 in that play.
Yeah, Justin Smythe, he's leading the team for Bellevue in tackles with 55. He was able to come up and make that stop.
After this play, we'll go down to Brad Bannister and talk about the size and speed and how the 2 teams are matching up right down on the field. Cook looking for the football. He's back. He's looking. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught. Nice steal block on the outside. Hanging on the football. Spin and turn. Getting drilled at the 25. The 1st and 10, Clyde. So, Brad, how are they matching up? We suspect both these teams should be pretty much parallel of each other.
Yeah, you're right, John. Looking at both lines, they look very similar in size. And when they collide after the snap, neither line is really pushing one either way.
So right now, a little bit of a stalemate. 6 minutes to go. Both teams with possessions. Clyde in their second possession. They've had the ball at the 19 and the 13, so not good field position for Clyde, but either way, both teams looking for something to happen. High snap. Cook finally gives it down. There's a little break in the action, and Daniels is going to get over the left guard, and he's going to pull forward across the 30 to about the 31-yard line, so it'll be a pickup of almost 6. Both these teams run the football.
Yeah.
And neither one of these teams are running the football tonight, so that gives you an idea how much they respect their strengths, Mike.
Yeah, and that was Carter Lapata that came up and made that stop from a safety position. You know, when in that zone, that little flare pass that they have out there, that's going to be very effective.
Clyde showing a little bit of a double wing set right now. Back to goal. Cook looking. He's got a seam pattern up there. It's going to be, it was just a little overthrown to Andrew Cobble. Cobble had the defender beat and just a little long. So Clyde trying to open up a little bit down the field, Mike.
Yeah, he had a step on Mason Miller, and the Clyde offensive line did a pretty nice job of protecting Cook to be able to get that ball down the field.
Big third down play. 3rd down and 5 at the 31, 5:08. It looks like the quarterbacks, whoever can throw the ball the best, at least early, is going to get their team a little bit of momentum. No score here. Man in motion. Coming to the near side. Cook is going to hand off and breaking the tackle and getting across the 30 to the 35. Pick up a 4 is Daniels. And now that makes it 4th down and short again. Coach Cutter willing to go on a 4th down. I guess he's got a little bit of Kevin Stefanski in him. He's willing to go on 4th down here in his own side of the field.
We're talking inches down here, guys.
All right, and Cook is not up under center. He's sitting back. Bellevue showing blitz. And now is when you don't want to make a mistake. Now he's going to step back and punt.
Yep, he'll pooch it.
And it is not a good punt. And it's going to go out of bounds at about the 34. They'll mark it to. Let's see where they take it to. He's going to walk it up here. Let's see if I was right. Nope. Yep. Right about the 34.
Right about the 34.
So that punt goes, and it will be Bellevue's ball for the 3rd time, this time at the 34-yard line. So, boy, what a chess match, guys.
Now let's see if they're going to get a little more running with Deegan Horn. Deegan Horn has 673 yards on the season in 68 attempts.
Right, Bellevue with the ball. Normal set for them. 2 receivers to the far side. They got Tyler Ray out in the slot. Now he's going to slip out a little further. Again, 2 backs right next to Deegan Horn. Deegan Horn's going to hand off up the middle. And getting maybe a yard and a half is going to be Cole Beltran, the junior. Seen a lot of action here in this back half of the season.
Yeah, Walker Britt, nice job of getting off his block, coming up, making that stop. And then Mason Ash was able to jump on his back end, just for a 2-yard gain.
A lot of personnel changes for Bellevue tonight. I've not seen them rotate as many players in on plays. Amazing. All right, so 2 receivers to the far, 2 to the near this time, showing pass. Will Hager in the backfield. Deegan Horn stepping back at his own 30. He's rolling left, rolling. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught. And it will be sliding down with the catch. Out of the backfield was Carter Lapata. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line of the Flyers. Pickup of 15.
Yeah, that was Chance Miracle, the sophomore that was on that coverage. Just gave him a little bit too much room, but that was a real nice pass. It was down low.
Rolling left.
Yep, down
Could
low.
only be caught by the receiver. Big 1st down. There's the first down for Bellevue tonight. See if they start rolling. 2 to each side. Straight back. Deegan Horn looking. He's pressured, and he's going to be chased out of bounds, and he will run for his life at the 45-yard line. And that time, the Clyde defensive line doing an exceptional job chasing him down. Yeah, I'm surprised, Mike, that he just didn't toss it.
Yeah, and that's something that, we've seen him do. Logan Holmler was right on him as well as Walker Britt, so they both ran him out of bounds, but, that's a big loss.
So here come the Redmen. The Redmen having a great year. They're 8-1, Clyde 7-2. The Redmen 4-0 in conference, Clyde 3-1. No score, 3:15 to go in this first quarter. Deegan Horn back. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to run off the right guard. He's going to get hit and dropped. Nice tackle by Dylan Overmeyer, probably the leading tackler in the conference. And he drops him at the 48-yard line, a pickup of 3.
Well, as a matter of fact, John, you're right. Dylan Overmeyer has 104 tackles on the season, and that does lead the SBC and overall in the SBC with the 3 different conferences, leagues. That ranks him number 2.
All right, so we got 2 receivers to the far side. And next, to the left-hand side, Cole Beltran for Deegan Horn. Big third down conversion, 3rd and 13, 2:37. We've not seen any long sustainable drives here yet tonight. Back to throw. It's going to be a slant pattern. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be first down. Great job downfield by the Bellevue receivers blocking, and they're just able to spin around, and they will. Are they going to mark them short or not? Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, that looks like they're going to be
John,
short by an inch.
That's exactly it. They're going to mark him about half yard short.
Yeah, Jay Plummer did a nice job of wrapping him up and not allowing him to get that first down.
All right, so 4th down. They'll go for it for sure on the Clyde 40. Deegan Horn wants to get up under center. Now he'll step back. Generally, they don't go under center. Which way is he going to run? He's going to go to the middle. He's going to get hit, and he'll get it more. He breaks away. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. 5 down to the 4-yard line. A busted tackle. There you go. The big plays happen when you least expect it.
How many times have we seen Deegan Horn be able to go up into that line and get hit and just keep those feet moving, find a little crease, and then Deegan Horn has got a little bit of speed. He ran away from that defense. Jay Plummer was back there to be able to make that touchdown-saving tackle.
1st and goal at the 4. So in the Fremont floor covering red zone for the first time either team. And it's the Bellevue Redmen moving left to right. It's Deegan Horton's legs that got him there. He's looking for the snap. He's going to hand off up the middle, and it will be, let's go down to Brad. Brad, did it get in or not?
He's going to be about a yard short.
Nick
He
Missler.
hit a wall there of Clyde defenders, and they pushed him back at the 1.
All right, Nick Missler with the carry. So first scoring opportunity by either team. Of course, when you're 4th and inches and you're all packed in the middle, Mike, you somehow find a seam, you're going to have some running room, and boy, did they. So Bellevue threatening Howe with 1:06 to go in the first quarter.
This is going to see which one of these lines are going to have the best push.
Horn looking for it himself, and he's just going to get in the end zone for the score. So Deegan Horn gets in from 1 yard, and he breaks the tie with 54 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And, John, I have to say, I misspoke on Deegan Horn's rushing. Deegan Horn has 1,094 yards, 15 touchdowns, make it 16 now, and he is number 2 in the conference rushing.
8-play, 66-yard drive, and they don't kick the football, so they'll be going for 2. Deegan Horn looking. He's snapped. He's looking this way. Look, he's going to throw it in the end zone, and it's incomplete. So it's going to be Bellevue 6. Clyde, nothing. We'll keep it right here. So Brad Bannister, 2 big plays in this first quarter. The first one, the fumble by Cook. The second one, the big run by Deegan Horn on 4th and inches, and Bellevue scores first.
Yeah, John, I tell you what, when you look at these lines up front, it's going to be a matter, and I think you spoke about it when Mike Daniels ran. You said he got to break a crack. There's not big gaps in these offense and defensive lines, and once you get that seam, I think that's going to be the difference in the game is who can read those little holes the best.
Edison over here in 7-0. And right now, Whitmer and Ross tied at 7, 6-0 here. Port Clinton still up 7-0 to Oak Harbor. 6-0 Bellevue, and sometimes you're chasing points a little bit, Mike Martin. We'll see how that works. What a good ball game. We would expect this. It's a short kickoff. It's going to be fielded down the run, and Clyde with the return all the way across the 50 to about the 48-yard line. They'll have their best field position of the night at the 48 of Bellevue.
You know, and that's one of those, they're giving the ball, you know, in their own territory right there, and it might be better just to kick that ball out of bounds, get it on 35.
Well, you know the one, I won't say slam on Bellevue, but the one thing is they really generally don't have a good kicker. And in this case, that really hurt them. Clyde having ball inside their own territory.
And not getting that extra point.
Not getting the extra point. All right, so let's see how Clyde responds. Can they? Cook hands the ball up. Daniels in the middle. Gets by one, gets by another, gets across the 45, down to the 44-yard line. So pick up a 4, 2nd down and 6.
Evan Straub from his tackle position, 6'2", 230-pound tackle, was able to make that stop.
So, Mike, you know, a lot of teams, they'll script their first offensive series or two. Don't be surprised if these teams both start hammering away at each other, running the football. Jaden Cook's going to throw it out there, and it's going to be caught, but just for a gain. Jaden Cook a little wide on the pass play. I believe it was Wilson that catch it, but only a gain of a few. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 4, a long 3, and I think that's going to be the last play of the quarter. And we will be at the end of the first quarter play. We have score here, the Fremont Athletic scoreboard. It is Bellevue 6, Clyde nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter of action on the BAS Sports Network.
Frickin' football is here. Frickers has the games on all the screens, and you score with savings. Enjoy your favorite ice-cold domestic draft personal pictures for only $6.50. A 48-ounce personal picture for only $6.50. And enjoy a plate of your favorite frickin' nachos for just $7. Take your frickin' pick. Frickin' chicken nachos, Mississippi barbecue nachos, or Nachos Supreme, only $7. This season, don't just be a football fan, be a Nacho fan. At the home for fun, food, sports, and spirits, Frickers.
The holidays will be here before you know it. Are you and your home ready for hosting all that extended family, extended meals, and extended wear and tear on your floors? Get ahead of the holiday hustle. Right now at Lottich & Sons Flooring America, it's the family-friendly flooring sale. Save big before the holidays and get special financing. Shop in-store and online. When it comes to flooring, trust the place where friends send friends. Lottich & Sons Flooring America, 702 Stone Street in Fremont. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
All right, quarter number 2, and here we go. Clyde with the football at the 42 of Bellevue. Looks like Daniels right behind Cook, one receiver to each side. Big 3rd down play. They're just going to hand it straight up the middle, and Daniels going to get the 1st down and more. Boy, he powered off the right guard, Mike. That's the most straight-ahead run we've seen tonight by either team. And down to the 35, 1st down, Clyde.
Hayden Bricker jumped on his back. Hayden Bricker is 6'2", 270, and Daniels carried him for about 3 yards. That's some powerful running there by Michael Daniels.
So the Flyers with the 1st down, they probably, when we get the stats offensively, are winning the game, except for the one big run by Deegan Horn. But Bellevue with the lead, 6-0. Let's see if Clyde can answer. Again, play action, looking. Cook is flushed out of the pocket. He should just run it. He does. He tries to go to the inside, hang on to that football. He does. He gets tackled near the 1st down. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, that time the Cook kind of indecisive on what to do with it. He decided to tuck it and run.
Probably the best thing for him to do in that situation, as the Bellevue defense was kind of swarming him. He made that decision, came up just short, yard to go.
You know, one thing that Bellevue defense is doing, they're just playing a zone. They're playing off about 5 yards. The safeties are about 7 yards deep. And, you know, you can get those little quick hitters with the coverage being off that far.
So now they pull it in a little tighter. They hand off to Daniels. He puts his head down. Boy, he got undercut, and he didn't. They're going to give him maybe a half a yard. It's going to be 3rd and about a half a yard. Down to you, Brad Bannister.
Yeah, about a half yard. Nice job by the Bellevue defense. And that'd be hard to do, to grab him by the waist almost and pull him down, because Daniels runs hard.
Yeah, one of the defenders went right down by his thighs and kind of undercut him. And what are we going to have here? Looks like we have a timeout on the field. All right, well, we're going to have a timeout right here. Oh, they're going to measure, so we'll keep it right here. So Coach Carter called for a measurement. Mike, let me ask you a question. When's the last time we saw a measurement this year? I know the answer.
I can't tell you, John. I'm not sure that I remember when we did.
We haven't.
I was going to say, I don't remember having a measurement.
Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Call it, Brad.
Tip of the ball. 1st down.
1st down, Clyde. That's why Brad Bannister, our eyes and ears, the #1 rated sideline reporter here in North Central Ohio. He is on the money, and you just can't get that kind of support anywhere else. So, Brad, thanks so much. And now Clyde in a position, Mike, where it'd be a little deflating for them if they can't go in and get some points right now.
Yeah, without a doubt. And one thing that they can do, we know that Clyde does have a very good kicker, that if they have to take 3, they can.
Jaden Cook hands it off. And spinning is Daniels, and he spins and nowhere to go. Nice gain tackling. There'll be no gain. If anything, maybe a loss back to the 25. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, that was a nice shot by Mason Treat. Grabbed onto his jersey and just held him back until he got some help from the rest of the defense to come over and get him on the ground.
Just under 10 to go here in the first half of play. Of course, at halftime, we'll enjoy some of our blue-collar bistro that we have up here in the box. So Clyde's showing a little different set, double wing set right now. Now they're going to bring one over to the right side. And rolling that side is Cook, and Cook's going to line it up. He throws an interception. And it'll be out of bounds. Return to the 32-yard line. Cook just sat, and boy, right into the hands of the Bellevue player. Who was that, Brad?
That was number 28.
Yeah, Justin Smythe. He's outside linebacker, and he was kind of baiting him because he saw Wilson behind him.
Right.
So he kind of stayed to the inside. As soon as Cook turned his shoulders, he made a break on that and stepped right in front of it. It was a great job by Smythe.
2 turnovers so far here in this ball game by Clyde.
It looked like that ball slipped out of Cook's hands as well.
Deeganhorn, bad snap, back by him. He's just going to fall down on it back to the 20. All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 15. Let's see where they're going to spot the ball. They're going to spot the ball at the 20. Yeah, no, actually the line of scrimmage is the 32. So that's a loss of 12 all the way. Quickly, someone on the field. They got a lot of substitutions for Bellevue. And, of course, when that happens, mistakes can happen too. All right, Deeganhorn back at quarterback. He's got one to his left side, and that's obviously Will Hager. He's got one at the wing, 2 split out. He's looking for the snap. He's going to give to Hager up the right side. Hager's going to put his head down, and he'll get tackled across the 25 to the 26. Picks up 6 of those yards.
Olsen did a nice job of coming up and making that stop and tripping him up a little bit. And, there's a lot of green before you're going to get to that first down.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 16 for the Redmen. Not a lot of penalties here tonight, Mike. We saw one early in the ball game. And other than that, the officials are letting them play. One receiver to each side. Deeganhorn looking. It's going to be a timeout. We'll take a timeout here with 8:06 to go. We'll get back with this 3rd down play by Bellevue after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
The grass is not always greener, but at Berry, things are getting greener. With our new entry-level starting rate of $18 per hour plus a $1,000 sign-on bonus, Berry offers a safe, clean, temperature-controlled work environment where employees are treated like family. Steady work with reliable income, competitive benefits, bonuses, incentives, and employee rewards. Now hiring operators, process engineer, automation, maintenance, and tooling technicians. Join our Monroeville, Ohio team and find out why past employees ask if they can come back. Check out all the opportunities at berryglobal.com. Berry's an equal opportunity employer.
Taking care of each other is what community is all about. That's a priority at Hanneman Chudzinski Keller Funeral Home. For over a century, they've proudly served the Fremont community and surrounding area with personal, compassionate care. They're dedicated to helping families create personalized, meaningful final tributes to honor your loved one's life. For information, call or visit HannemanFH.com. Hanneman Chudzinski Keller Funeral Home. They've expanded their family to better serve yours.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
And as we get back to play, Deeganhorn flushed out of the pocket. Great defensive coverage by Clyde. And Mike Martin, you said this off the air. We're really surprised how much Bellevue wants to throw. Well, let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, Deeganhorn right there being chased out of the hen house, and he's lucky to get out of bounds.
Absolutely. That was Blue Norman and Max Myers tracking him down, and he was able to just get out of bounds.
When you've got, when you have linemen who can run as quick as your quarterback, you know there's a problem. High snap, here's the punt, high floater, and calling for a fair catch at the 40. with no one within 5 yards of you.
No, that was a lot of green in front of him that he would have had an opportunity. He even had a blocker in front of him, but it's always good to make that sure catch and not let it hit the ground and bounce for another 20 yards.
So it'll be 1st and 10, Clyde with the ball at their own 40, moving left to right, trying to get on the board here. Bellevue with the 6-0 lead is your athletic supply scoreboard. Clyde with 3 receivers to the left side. They've kind of been running that whole set all night. And Daniels in there. Bellevue's done a good job to try to hold Daniels back. Here's a snap. Hand off to Daniels, off between the center and right guard. Just a power run. He'll pick up about 2.5. We'll spot him at about the 45, 47, let's see, 42, yeah, about 42 yard line. So pick up almost 3. Any updated scores? Well, quickly, Clyde's starting to show some tempo now.
Yeah, and that stop, Mason Beauvais, again, being able to come up and put him on the ground.
Boy, what a career year he's had. Huron and Edison both at 7. Sandusky 7-0 over Perkins. Margaretta 21-0 over St. Joe in the second. Jaden Cook hands off again. Daniels breaks a tackle, breaks another, fights his way across the 45 to the 46. So Clyde now is committed to the run game, Mike. As we said before, everybody came out and showed their new stuff. But this is what Clyde does. And so it is 3rd down and long 4 for them.
Another stop by Mason Treat. Mason Treat leads the Bellevue Redmen in sacks with 7 on the season.
I'll tell you what, he's done an awful good job here tonight so far, that's for sure. Daniels is going to go to the left of Cook. Cook is looking at 3 receivers here on the near side. Here comes a man in motion, setting up here on this near side. They're going to give it to Daniels again, and Daniels, boy, I tell you what, I'm not sure about the play calling by Clyde on that. They ran the same play to the right side, Mike, 3 times in a row, and they're going to have to punt the football.
And the same person is making the tackle. Mason Treat again came up and made that stop along with Justin Smythe.
4th down and 5, 6-0 your score, 6:09 to go in the half. And right now, the Bellevue Redmen defense has found a way to kind of stymie the Clyde offense. In motion, Griffin Nuffs. Now Cook will step back to punt. There's a snap. There's a punt. He gets a nice one off. It's going to hit, and it's going to roll, and it's going to roll some more. And unable to save it, nearly saving it out of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bellevue at the 20. So the Clyde offense has been a little bit of a flat tire here tonight, Mike. They've shown some, not able to sustain any drives.
You know, and one thing that, Bellevue's doing with that zone coverage, they're giving them plenty of room. But Clyde keeps trying to go down the field, trying to get that big one. And when you're going into, when they've got 2 safeties or 1 deep safety, it's kind of hard to do that, especially when they're playing off about 5 yards. Hit those quick hitters.
5:45 to go. Bellevue with the ball at the 20 with a chance to increase their lead. They're up 6-0 here at Bishop Stadium here in Clyde. Here comes Deegan Horn. He picks and chooses. He spins out of 1 tackle, spins out another one, and gets hit. He's going to pick up about a yard. Boy, I tell you what, Brad Bannister, Deegan Horn did a lot of a bumper pull there for a while, but only picks up a couple.
Yeah, it was a great team effort by the Clyde defense. 1 hit him, he bounced off, and it seems like he took a couple shots on that before he went down after a 2-yard gain.
One thing we've seen a lot of this, Nick Missler leading him up in the hole, and usually he's able to go off field, but he had to bounce that to the outside because the inside linebackers were right there waiting for him.
2 receivers here to the near side by us. Moving right to left is Bellevue with the 6-point lead. Deegan Horn stepping back. He's got 1 right behind him and 1 in the slot. Boy, look, my motion. There's going to be a hand up. Oh, my, getting dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss all the way back to the 20. Brad, who had that?
You know who that, Blue Norman.
Blue Norman. I think we're going to give him the blue-collar bistro hit of the game so far tonight.
Exactly right, Mike Martin. I tell you what, old Blue, good old Blue.
That's it, man. Hits at that blue-collar bistro.
You're my boy, Blue. Okay, here we go. It's 3rd down and 10, 4:35 to go. He's an exceptional player. If he's not first team All SBC, I'd be shocked. The year that he's had. All right, so Stepping back, Deegan Horn. Let's see if the Bellevue Redmen can keep that drive running. He's going to play extra fast. He's going to flare it out. It's going to be caught at the 20 and tackled and wrangled out of bounds, but they will not get the first down. They spot about the 26-yard line, pickup of about 6. Brad Banish, who was out on coverage for that for Clyde?
That was Dylan Overmeyer sliding out in the flats to cover that out. Yes.
All right. We're gonna do a fact check. Mike Martin says on that one. All right, here we go. Bellevue showing fourth. They're gonna go 4th and 2 on their own 27. Highly doubt it, but let's see. He'll step back to punt. Now it's gonna be Olsen getting back for the punt. It's an end over end, and he fair catches it again. Not sure why Caden Olsen doesn't want to return a punt, Mike, because in that situation right there, he had some daylight.
Yeah, and he had to go down to get that one.
Yes, he did.
But you're right. He's got a lot of green in front of him without without a whole lot of the Bellevue offense coming down on top of him.
So the sideline warning, Brad, we didn't catch that. Who was that against, Clyde or Bellevue?
Between the Bellevue and Clyde Green Springs Music Department.
We lost you, Brad, for a minute there.
The club is a serious organization that supports our community through fundraising and
All right, so here we go. Left to right, Clyde with the ball, looking for a score. 3:36. Cook back. He's looking. He's got time. He steps up in the pocket. He's going to roll, and he's going to get sacked. He had a lot of time to pass the ball, but it will be for naught. It will be 2nd down and 12 back at the 38.
Evan Straub was able to make that sack. And one thing that Straub right now, that's his 5th sack on the season. What Clyde's doing, they're running into that secondary zone.
Right.
I mean, they're running in. They're coming
They got
deep.
They got to cut those off. Mike, if they run down 10, 15 yards and just slant across the field, they're open.
Or come back a little bit.
Come back, do a comeback, right? Okay, so here we go. 2nd down and 12, 2:55. Again, Bellevue with a 6-point lead. They're going to flare it out here. It's going to be caught with the football. Turn to the right. Say, keep your feet moving, going up forward. Nice catch and run by Chancey Miracle. So Miracle shows a little bit. He picks up some good yardage and put it more of a manageable 3rd and 4 for Clyde at their own 47.
Every time they run that play, Tyler Ray has to come from his safety spot to go up and make that stop.
Big 3rd down play for the Flyers with 2:27 to go. Boy, this clock and game has moved pretty quick. Not a lot of timeouts, not a lot of stoppage to play. And here we go. 2 to each side. Clyde's wanted to throw deep, but they've not been able to. Jaden Cook looking for it. He's back to throw. He's looking again. He's pump faking. He's got seam pattern open, and it's going to be caught at the 10, 5, touchdown!
I'll tell you, he did a great job of just playing that right in. We've seen it so many times this year. Hitting the receiver, hit Brady Wilson right in stride, and was able to catch that ball. Just ran away from the defender. That was pretty good coverage on Bellevue's part. And that was Tyler Ray that had him. But that pass was thrown perfectly right over his shoulder in stride to be able to carry it into the end zone.
So you got to give Cook credit. He
Absolutely.
Pump faked it, looked left, pump fake, and then threw a perfect strike to Wilson. Here's the chance for the lead. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So your in-game scoreboard now is Clyde 7 and Bellevue 6 here with just about 2 minutes to go here in this first half of play, Mike. So that was a 3-play, 59-yard drive by Clyde for them to score.
And they tried it over and over again, trying to hit that deep ball, and that time it worked out perfectly as far as connecting, even though Ray had really good coverage. He was right there, just didn't get his hands up in the air, and the Wilson, we've seen it, like I said, so many times this year, catching it over the shoulder in stride and being able to take it in.
Wilson has pull-away speed, and most of his touchdowns have been, Mike, like that, pulling away in stride. He's one player you could throw open, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Here's the kickoff. And it's a sidewinder. It's going to bounce, kind of go sideways, rolling around at the 22, picked up by Bellevue, and getting a pretty decent return across the 30 to about the 30. I think they'll spot him about the 32-yard line. It'll be Bellevue with the ball. So really, that's the first significant pass play of the whole game by either team, right?
Right, and, right now, Bellevue, I don't see them trying to put the ball in the air a whole lot right now because you start stopping that clock, and Clyde with that deep pass right there that they had, they could be susceptible if they turn it over with any time left for Clyde.
So it'll be Clyde with the 1-point lead, 1:54 and counting. Degenhorn looking, keeps himself, goes off right tackle. He'll spit to the outside. He'll turn around, and he just gets corralled down there. The Clyde defense, I'd have to say, because we do both Clyde and Bellevue all year long, I think Clyde has contained the Bellevue running game as good as we've seen anybody so far this year.
Beside the one play that he was able to squirt out of the middle and run it up the middle, they are forcing him to get outside, and that's where the outside linebackers are at, as well as the corners, to force him out of bounds.
3 receivers here to the home side, moving right to left. He's rolling to his left, looking for a throw. He's looking, he's being pressured. He steps up in the pocket, nowhere to go. He gets hit, he gets sacked. And right now, the Clyde defensive front is getting a pretty up-close and personal look at Degenhorn. And we have a timeout by Clyde's going to take a timeout here, and we'll keep it right here.
Yeah, that's Blue Norman's 13th sack on the season. You know what, John? There's some teams that don't even have 13 sacks for their whole team. And Blue has 13 on his own for the season.
Well, Blue Norman, there's just no doubt that he's just one of those unique players, right? And, of course, with Bellevue on the other side, I mean, both these teams are like looking in the mirror, Mike.
Yeah.
Both of them. I mean, how many times have we called Treat's name? How many times have we called Beauvais?
Right.
How many times have we called the players? I mean, it's a coin flip. This game, it's 7-6. It's a minute 36 to go. Both teams, big, powerful running teams that are trying to find a way to get one hand up on each other.
And that's one thing that Clyde was able to do. And when you look at, what Clyde has done, Clyde has thrown the ball for 1,830 yards this season, and Bellevue has only passed the ball for 758 yards this season.
So, with the ball, it's 3rd and 11. Of course, Coach Carter calls timeout, so he has a chance to get the ball back. If they can hold. Let's see if they can. One running back to each side of Degenhorn, one split out to each side. Looking that way, rolling right. Degenhorn rolling right. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be incomplete. No chance at all. Great coverage on the backside, and Horn just could not get the ball, Mike, to the elevated to the receiver. Good coverage. And so they'll have to punt the football. Clyde will get it back.
Yeah, if we're going to go into a passing game right now as far as who's, going to be throwing the ball, Bellevue's completed the ball 38 times. Clyde's completed the ball 116 times on the season. Big discrepancy.
All right, so back to punt for Bellevue. It's going to be Ethan Moore back for Clyde. It looks like we have Lozier and also Olson. High punt. Just going to let it hit, and boy, it gives a Clyde bounce horizontally. Clyde's going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. That was a big series right there for Bellevue. If the Redmen can hang on to the ball and go down, maybe take the lead back, Clyde, though, has about their own 42. And here's the thing, Mike. Clyde's turned it over twice.
Right.
And they hold the 7-6 lead with an opportunity to maybe extend it. I don't know. We'll talk about it after our halftime show on what adjustments both teams need to make, because right now you're looking at probably the 2 best teams in the SBC Lake Division.
One reason that they're the 2 best teams is because they're fronts. Their offensive and defensive fronts. They are just solid. And, Bellevue has not been able to do what they've done all season to other teams.
Remember, as we said, in their Division 4 region, there's 6 teams from the SBC eligible for the playoffs, as we see. Jaden Cook running on the right. He steps on the pocket. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be too high.
Not a lot of pressure right there. The closest defender that was there was Evan Straub, and he was being blocked. So pretty good time for him to be able to throw the ball. Just threw it over his head. Not a bad job of stopping the clock.
Well, with the success that Wilson has had, you would think that at this point in time he might draw some double coverage where maybe some of the other receivers could be open, depending. But Cook, He's going to hand off to Daniels. Daniels going to get across the line of scrimmage. He's going to power forward for almost 6. We'll put him up to about the 48-yard line. It will be a pickup of 6. Moving right to left. Excuse me, left to right with 1:06 to go. Quickly to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 5.
Big down right here.
It is. 55 seconds to go. Jaden Cook, the quarterback for Clyde. Man in motion. That man in motion is Griffin Nuffs. We've not seen Nuffs, and we haven't seen Cobble tonight. 41 seconds. Handoff up the middle. And it's going to be Daniels. He powers forward. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, if you're still with us, looks like a first down for Clyde.
Yeah, they're signaling first down. Nice hard running between tackles for Daniels.
All right. So it will be a first down. 31 seconds to go.
See a shot deep right here.
Giving him protection. Stepping out of the pocket. It's going to throw it out here. It's intercepted. That'll be the second interception by Cook.
You know, one thing that Justin Smites is doing, and I'm telling you, John, what he's doing, he's playing to the inside, and he's waiting for that break, the receiver to break the outside. He's playing inside. As soon as he sees Cook turn his shoulders, he's breaking right now. He's breaking for that ball, and that's how he's picking that off, and he's just kind of playing it.
Of course, if they continue to do that, you're susceptible to a double move.
That's absolutely right, because he's selling out on that break.
Absolutely, but 17 seconds left, and Bellevue's got a chance to take the lead. So here come the Redmen in Clyde territory at their own 48. Pass across the middle. It's going to be caught and getting hit. And keep moving. Clock's still running. And they'll stop play at the 42. Pass completion to Tyler Ray.
You know, one thing I saw out there, Tyler Ray caught that ball. Nick Baker was kind of picking him up from behind and moving him forward.
Oh, yeah. Hey, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, to get those extra yards.
8 seconds to go, so probably about time for one more. Of course, stay tuned for our halftime show, and we'll come back and get you caught up on any scores that we have. We'll make sure Brad Bannister's got all the batteries he needs to be effective here today. Huron and Edison both at 7. Ross and Whitmer both at 7. Perkins and Sandusky both at 7. Columbia 8-0 over Norwalk. Willard 6-0 over Vermilion. St. Joe 34-0 Margaretta over St. Joe. Both those teams winless in the conference. And Port Clinton all over Oak Harbor. Port Clinton's going to win. Port Clinton is going to be a pretty formidable team in Division 4 playoffs. My friend.
Without a doubt. You know,
they're going to win that Bay Division, and they're going to power into the playoffs. Don't take Port Clinton lightly. All right, so let's see what we're going to do. 4 receivers set for Bellevue. 8 seconds. Hornback stepping up. And he's going to be slammed for a loss. And that will be the end of the half.
And we're going to give Blue Norman his 14th sack on the season.
All right, so at halftime, it's Clyde 7, Bellevue 6. Stay tuned with our halftime show. Glad you're with us here tonight on Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football on 92.1 The Wolf.
Get in the game at Fremont Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. All right, what's your name?
Mackenzie Vela.
And what is your favorite sport?
Volleyball.
And why volleyball?
Because I like to serve and hit the ball.
Now, do you like playing basketball because of your dad?
I like it.
Does your dad ever coach you?
Yes.
And what do you like or dislike about him coaching you?
He yells at me.
Get in the game at Fremont Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Are you overpaying on your monthly car payment? Consider refinancing with Firelands Federal Credit Union. When you refinance an auto loan with Firelands Federal Credit Union, a team of financial professionals work to help you lower your interest rate, decrease your monthly payment, or pay off your auto loan faster. Plus, now through November 6, 2021, when you refinance an auto loan to Firelands Federal Credit Union, they'll make your first payment and you'll receive a $150 gas card. Apply online or schedule an appointment to get started at firelandsfcu.org or by calling 1-800-276-5775 today.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named best sports program in the country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's halftime reports. As this evening we'll talk a little Northeast Ohio high school football and head to Cleveland with Dale Davison next on the Ohio News Network.
Beck's recognizes this week's player with heart, Reese Veerhoff from Columbus Grove High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
From my freshman year to now, it's a big difference. From my freshman year, I started freshman as a kicker for the varsity, and you wouldn't believe this, but I looked like a sixth grader playing varsity football.
Reese is a special kind of player, specializing on special teams. He's a kicker and punter, and boy, can he nail that ball.
In game, 50, and then at practice, it was literally yesterday, I hit a 70-yard field goal.
Yeah, that's right, 70 yards. He even sent me the video. Now he's getting Division I offers and has enjoyed his journey.
For somebody who loves to achieve things on your own and do things on your own, it's a very fun process.
As for the farming part, he doesn't do any of that himself, but he appreciates the effort that most of his teammates put in on their family farms.
At Beck's, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
Give your home the makeover it deserves at Fremont Floor Covering. Their knowledgeable staff can show you the many floor covering options available: carpet, vinyl, waterproof flooring, laminate, hardwood, and ceramic tile. Fremont Floor Covering has over 150 carpet and vinyl remnants to choose from. Schedule for a quality professional installation or do it yourself. Quality floor covering at affordable prices since 1997. 12 months, same as cash available. Fremont Floor Covering, near the corner of North Front and State Street.
PT Services, your premier hometown therapy provider, is now open at 1800 West State Street in Fremont, Ohio. Their clinic offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies, along with specialized wellness programs that focus on the health and well-being of our community. They work hard to offer individualized care that helps you achieve your rehabilitation and wellness goals. Ask your doctor to send you to PT Services Rehabilitation, providing individualized care to give you excellence in motion. For more information, visit them at ptsrehab.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game broadcast this evening as we talk a little Northeast Ohio high school football and head up to Cleveland with Dale Davison from our Cleveland affiliate. And Dale, thanks for your time. Let's begin with Region 1. Medina and St. Edward, despite being upset a week ago, look to be really strong. I guess anybody else stand out in that region that could possibly challenge once the postseason begins next week?
From what it's been looking like, Medina being number one with 25 points in the polls, and St. Ed's right behind them with 27. But if I had to give somebody else a shot, it would probably be Stowe Monroe Falls, the Bulldogs out of Stowe. They are sitting 5 with 21 points. They have been phenomenal, just beating up their division. They're making a strong comeback, but that Region 1 is very interesting because, as you know, this year they're taking the top 16 teams from each region. And laying at number 16, Skip, is an 0-9 Euclid Panther squad and an 0-9 Lorraine squad sitting there at number 16. So just to illustrate how crazy Division I sports is up in Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, teams with winless records are going to make the playoffs at the 16th and final seed. I just think that's I've never seen that happen before. Skip, have you ever seen something like that happen before?
Obviously, no, but that's one of the things that can happen. We knew it could once the playoff field doubled. Let's move down to Division II, Region 5. Benedictine and Hoban sit 1-2. Same question there. I guess biggest challengers to those two schools once the playoffs begin next week.
Our Division II, I think Division II has the most teams in the entire state as far as Division II class schools. You got, Benedictine, who they failed a little bit. They just had a loss. Then Hoban is at number 2. Nordonia is pretty good as far as that young quarterback that they have. I think his name is Mark Wilson Jr. I'm so old, I know a senior. And I just think that they have the firepower to be able to compete with Benedictine, but Holden is just the cream of the crop. They spanked Benedictine last week. I think they only allowed 2 scores. So, if in my opinion, this division is Archbishop Holden's to lose. Rush had a good season, but they had a lot of injuries. As I look down the top 16 who make it, with Boardman out of Youngstown and Akron Kenmore Garfield battling for the 16th and final spot. They're just separated by like 0.5 points or so, 3/4 of a point or something crazy like that, Skip. So, and then also going down to Division II, Region 6. Barberton, the Magics, they have a magical run. So look out for Barberton too. Barberton Magics have been doing really well up here. They're in their program, and they've had some really quality wins so far.
Let's jump down to Division IV. Villa Angela St. Joseph, very solid at 6-1, but we've learned over the years, never count out Glenville.
No, you don't. I have a little bit of a connection to the Glenville Tar Blooders. My son plays quarterback and wide receiver for them. He's a sophomore. And I think that this Division IV championship is between VA and Villa Angela St. Joseph and Glenville's to lose, to be honest with you. Just the sheer athleticism. VA has a 230-pound running back in Ty Howard who's doing it on both ends as far as running back, and he's playing 2 ways as linebackers. I think the last game he had 4 touchdowns, 15 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble. They've just been phenomenal, and with Coach Jeff Rossi, who came from Euclid and Heights and been all over Maple Heights. And, he's the program rebuilder. He goes to a program that needs help, a program who is, once storied, who's now needs help. So that's what he does. He goes in and he flips programs around on his axis and makes them competitive. And you see what he's done with VA. They're number 2, sitting up number 2 with 19 points in the playoffs.
Dale Davison from our Cleveland affiliate. We love talking high school football with you. Thanks for jumping on. And, hey, all the best in the postseason to your son, okay?
No problem. Anytime. Hit my line. I'm here for you, Chip.
And we'll be back to wrap up the Ohio Education Association tonight in high school football halftime report presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling next on the Ohio News Network.
Farmers at heart. At Beck's, that's who we are. For over 100 years, the Beck family has lived and farmed in central Indiana. Today, we're proud to serve a dedicated community of farmers in Ohio. To us, helping farmers succeed means so much more than just being a great seed supplier. Our family of employees and dealers are committed to helping farmers seek new challenges, push boundaries, and innovate in an ever-changing industry. That's what makes Beck's different. We love what we do. We are, and will remain, farmers at heart.
I'm Scott DeMauro, president of the Ohio Education Association. I'm proud to bring you tonight's game on behalf of OEA's 123,000 members. We teach in the public schools and state universities. We drive your kids to school, serve them lunch, and keep our schools clean and safe. We also coach the teams on the field. We're committed to making sure every student has the opportunity to experience the joy of learning and to succeed, regardless of where they live or their family's income. We believe in great public schools for all students.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Fliers. Go Flyers!
Hello, it's Pete with Sunrise. Man, I love this time of year, but I also love heat when I want it. At Sunrise, we monitor our tanks via a satellite. Yes, that's right. We know exactly how much propane is in your tank. That means we know when to fill your tank back up before you're in any threat of running out. With Sunrise, you can rest assured you will have heat when you want it. So call Sunrise, get set up with your propane needs, and enjoy the season. Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
This is ONN.
Discover when video games become gambling at ChangeTheGameOhio.org. This message is brought to you by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. All right, thanks again to Dale Davison from our Cleveland affiliate for joining us here tonight. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. A reminder, you can listen to many of our affiliate broadcasts from across the state at onnradio.com from the Ohio News Network.
The holidays will be here before you know it. Are you and your home ready for hosting all that extended family, extended meals, and extended wear and tear on your floors? Get ahead of the holiday hustle. Right now at Lottich & Sons Flooring America, it's the family-friendly flooring sale. Save big before the holidays and get special financing. Shop in-store and online. When it comes to flooring, trust the place where friends send friends. Lottich & Sons Flooring America, 702 Stone Street in Fremont. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Get in the game at Fremont Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. All right, so what's your name?
Jacob Cahill.
And what grade are you in?
5th.
And what sports do you play?
Tennis and basketball.
And what's your favorite?
I both like them very well, so I don't have a favorite.
What's your favorite about both sports then?
Touching forehands and tennis and basketball all around, basically. I love everything about basketball.
Get in the game at Fremont Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
The grass is not always greener, but at Berry, things are getting greener. With our new entry-level starting rate of $18 per hour plus a $1,000 sign-on bonus, Berry offers a safe, clean, temperature-controlled work environment where employees are treated like family. Steady work with reliable income, competitive benefits, bonuses, incentives, and employee rewards. Now hiring operators, process engineer, automation, maintenance, and tooling technicians. Join our Monroeville, Ohio team and find out why past employees ask if they can come back. Check out all the opportunities at berryglobal.com. Berry is an equal opportunity employer.
ACJ Overhead Door of Fremont are your installation and service experts, specializing in both residential and commercial garage doors and operators. Don't risk trying to do the repairs yourself, especially when it comes to broken springs. Let the professionals at ACJ take care of that for you. If you're looking to upgrade your garage door, ACJ offers a full line of doors from economy to premium to fit any budget, with free estimates on installation. ACJ Overhead Door, serving Sandusky and surrounding counties. For more information, call 419-341-6586 or online at acjoverheaddoor.com.
Dave Hare Allstate Insurance, an agent that will answer your questions in person and get you a quote for coverage on the things that matter most to you. If you need home, auto, or life insurance, you can count on Dave Hare Allstate Insurance to get the price that is right for your needs and your budget. You're in good hands with Dave Hare Allstate Insurance. Visit him on West Perkins Avenue in Sandusky or give him a call at 419-626-9444.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome back to Robert J. Bishop Jr. Stadium here in Clyde, Ohio. Battle of the two titans of the SBC Lake Division, Bellevue and Clyde. And it is a 7-6 Clyde lead here at halftime. So, Mike Martin, these two teams have kind of played to a stalemate. And to be honest, both teams have multiple punts and things. We have seen some turnovers by Clyde. No turnovers by Bellevue. They've played well. And I don't know that we've seen a penalty from Bellevue yet tonight. We'll have to double-check the stats. But right now, 7-6. I'll give you the scoring. The first series of the game, Bellevue got the ball, went 3 and out. Clyde ran 8 plays, and Jane Cook fumbled. Bellevue got the ball. They went 3 and out and punted. Clyde got the ball back, went 5 and out and punted. Bellevue got the ball back, and this time they got the ball at their own 34. They were at the Clyde 40, and they had a 4th down and about a half a yard. Clyde defense came up tight, and Deegan Horn, he got through the first line of defense and ran 40 yards down to the 4-yard line, and then Horn ran it in from 1. With 54 seconds to go in the first quarter, Mike, 6-0. They did not convert the extra point. Clyde got the ball back. They ran 6 plays and Cook threw an interception. Bellevue came back 3 and out. Clyde got the ball. They went 3 and out. Bellevue got the ball 3 and out. Clyde gets the ball, and this time they go 3 plays, 59 yards. Cook hit Wilson, and just a beautiful pass play, 47 yards. So 2 minutes to go. So both teams have scored late in each quarter. Bellevue got the ball, went 3 and out. Clyde went 4 and out because Cook threw an interception. Bellevue got the ball 1 play, ended the half. And that is our halftime score. We're going to go ahead and give you some updated scores now across the area. We'll take a timeout, and then we'll have Mike come in and give us some stats. Port Clinton all over Oak Harbor. Looks like Port Clinton heading towards the SBC Bay Division crown. Whitmer over Fremont Ross at the first half, 14-7. Ross went out to a 7-0 lead. Here's a really interesting game. Perkins and Sandusky both tied at 7 at half. So over at Strobel Field, pretty big game going on there. Huron, they pulled away now, and they're up 14-7 in the second quarter with Addison. Those two teams fighting it out to, one, get a better position in the playoffs, make the playoffs, and two, finish second in the Bay. Columbian 16-0 over Norwalk early. Willard over Vermillion, both two teams winless in the division. Willard up 6-0, and boy, in the second quarter, last we saw Margaretta all over St. Joe, 34-0. Margaretta and St. Joe both winless in the SBC River Division. So we're going to take our timeout. We'll come back and get with Mike, get with Brad, and get ready to size up. Boy, anybody's ball game here tonight, Bishop Stadium. Both sides of the stadium are full. Everybody's here expecting a very huge 50-50. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I was told, Mike, that they ran out of 50-50 tickets.
That's a good problem to have, but you can go print some more because there's a lot of money to be had right here tonight.
So they'll find some way, even if they're writing on a piece of paper, they'll figure it out. But either way, we're going to take a timeout again. 7-6, Clyde leading here at halftime. Clyde will get the ball to start the second half of play. Stay tuned. Fremont Federal Credit Union High School football here live tonight on 92.1 The Wolf, part of the BAS Sports Network.
Get the ultimate in carpet performance that is pet and kid friendly with carpeting from Fremont Floor Covering. See the new styles that are made of sure soft nylon with built-in microban technology and a lifetime pet and soil resistant warranty. This carpeting is also backed by a 100-day consumer satisfaction warranty. See store for details. For easy maintenance carpet, get to Fremont Floor Covering near the corner of North Front and State Street in Fremont. Good luck for a winning season.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Dave Hare Allstate Insurance, an agent that will answer your questions in person and get you a quote for coverage on the things that matter most to you. If you need home, auto, or life insurance, you can count on Dave Hare Allstate Insurance to get the price that is right for your needs and your budget. You're in good hands with Dave Hare Allstate Insurance. Visit him on West Perkins Avenue in Sandusky or give him a call at 419-626-9444.
Hi, I'm Nick Cray, CEO of Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1 The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Stop into any of our convenient locations to check out the credit union difference. We offer checking account options with lots of perks, all with a free debit card, free online banking, and mobile access with the convenience of nationwide shared branching. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us today at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
My job is to ask you about life insurance. Please don't make it my job to tell your family you didn't have any. At Welty Insurance Group, they're here to put your mind at ease with life insurance that will work with you for a policy that has your family's future covered. Life insurance is because you love them. Our family protecting yours. Welty Insurance Group, representing Erie Insurance. Call today, 419-334-4477.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome back to Bishop Stadium. 7-6, the halftime lead by Clyde. Let's go to Mike Martin. Mike, the stats are going to be very unique tonight, the way these two teams have kind of balanced each other out and kind of nullified each other. But tell us the tale of the numbers.
Yeah, they're definitely not up to their usual numbers that we see each half. But right now, Bellevue only has 3 first downs. Clyde only has 8 first downs. Net yards rushing for Bellevue, had 26, which is way off of their average, and Clyde only 63. Net yards passing, Bellevue has 40, Clyde has 88. So total net yards, Bellevue has 66 yards, Clyde has 151. The fumbles and the interceptions are the key to the game right now. Clyde has one fumble that they turned over. Bellevue has one, but they didn't lose it. Number of penalties tonight, John, you were right. Bellevue had 0. They have not been penalized yet, and Clyde has 1 for 15, and that was real early in the game with a personal foul. Time of possession, sort of close. Bellevue had 10 minutes, 30 seconds, and Clyde had 13 minutes, 23 seconds. Looking at the individual stats for Bellevue, rushing, Deegan Horn had 12 attempts and has a net of 11 yards with all the sacks that Blue Norman has put on him. Will Hager has 4 attempts, has 10 yards. Nick Missler has 1 for 3. On the other side for Clyde, Michael Daniels has 13 attempts for 41 yards. Jaden Cook has 6 attempts for 22 yards. Passing, Deegan Horn has 7 attempts, completed 4 for 40 yards. Jaden Cook has attempted 12, completed 6. He has 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown for 88 yards. Receiving, Tyler Ray has 2 catches for 12. Nick Baker has 1 for 13. Carter Lapata has 1 for 15. On the Clyde side, receiving, Brady Wilson with that big catch, as long was 53. He's got 2 catches, 55 yards, and 1 touchdown. Chance Miracle, the sophomore, has 2 catches for 20 yards. Caden Olson has 2 for 13.
All right, thanks so much, Mike. So you're making adjustments. Both teams came out and threw the ball and didn't run as much. What are you going to do if you're Bellevue offensively?
Offensively, you're going to have to find a way to slow down that defensive line or just create some seams. You might have to do a little double team on one side and not worry about the other side so you can get up on the linebackers. They've been doing a pretty good job of getting up on Overmeyer. He has not made a whole lot of tackles, so they're getting up on the linebackers, but they're running past that defensive line for Clyde, and they're going to have to find a way to slow them down.
And Clyde's getting the ball to start the half. What do?
Clyde's going to have to continue to do what they do and possibly put that ball up in the air, but the short passes.
Very short kickoff, picked up at the 35. Trying to get out, gets by 1, and it's going to get knocked down at about the 39-yard line. So another short kickoff. And the Flyers are going to get the football. And they're going to spot it right. Let's see where they're going to give it to them. About the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, moving right to left. And we'll see what the Flyers decide to do. Both teams are very strong up front, and that's the story of the game. Clyde with the 1-point lead with 3 turnovers. That's a story for them. They could very well be down further. And Bellevue on the other side looking to find a way to get the running game going. Jaden Cook, the quarterback. Daniels behind him. First play of the second half, give to Daniels. He's going to go right up the right side. Boy, he gets a nice block. Finds a big hole all the way off the right guard, straight up the middle, and he'll get it to the 48-yard line, a pickup of 9.
Yeah, Jax Lapata had to come in from his outside linebacker spot to be able to make that stop.
As we said earlier in the game, both teams came out throwing, but we would expect them to settle into a running contest, and that's what we're going to see. 2 receivers to the far side for Clyde, 1 here to the near side. Got 1 in wingback position, and Daniels just to the left. Here comes a man in motion. And that man in motion generally is Griffin Nuffs. Daniels will step right next to the quarterback, and it's going to be a handoff, but Daniels, he'll fight hard. He gets hit hard, but he'll get to the mid-stripe at the 50, and it'll be 1st down Clyde.
Peyton Bricker, 270 pounds, got moved back, pushed back by the Clyde offensive line, which gave Daniels an opportunity to get that 1st down.
We'll go right down to Brad Bannister right after this play. Brad right down the sidelines. 11 minutes here to go in the 3rd quarter. Still, again, Clyde with the first possession of the second half of play, moving right to left. Cook, hands off. Daniels gets by 1, slides. He powers forward, and he'll pick up about 3. So you had said earlier in the ball game, Brad, it looks like we might have a penalty. We have somebody down on the ground, and what is it? What are we going to see as the whistles are blowing? Ball's going to be spotted at the 47.
The penalty marker is right where the ball's at, so I'm not sure exactly what they're going to call here.
And I thought it came in late as well.
Possibly a face mask.
Brad Bannister, you had told me that there was so much excitement on both sides of the field and everything, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's a bit apprehensive down in the field.
Oh, yeah, that after halftime kind of lull, until the game gets back into flow, I think it'll get going again.
And that's going to be a personal foul. And
what? He's ejected.
Ejected. Who was the player? Well, we're going to see the ball move, aren't we? They didn't mark off a penalty.
And wait, I'm not sure exactly 100%. Brad, he did say ejected, did he not?
I was talking during that announcement, so I did not catch wind of what it was, but there was a lot of enthusiasm over here on the Clyde sidelines and in the stands.
Well, if they're going to call a 15-yard penalty, a personal foul, they've got to see the ball move, and now they will pick it up and move it. But either way, first penalty by Bellevue, and it's a big one.
It is a big one.
So the Redmen going to have to, that's going to go all the way down to the 32. So to be first 10 Clyde at the 32-yard line of Bellevue.
Well, I don't see anybody coming out of the game, so it must not have been an ejection. Maybe the next one.
Hey, Mike, I just got a word that number 39 for Bellevue was ejected.
Okay, thanks so much.
That's Bove.
Handoff, Daniels, off left tackle, powers forward for almost 5, down to the 27. That's a huge loss for Bellevue if Bove is going to be out of the ball game.
Yeah, we've called his name quite a few times tonight, and we've seen him throughout the season.
All right, so it'll be second down and 5, 10:03 here. Jaden Cook looks here to the Clyde bench. 3 receivers set. They're just going to run it to Daniels. Daniels head down again, powers forward. Hits a couple defenders and pushes them forward for another Clyde first down to the 21. So we know what they talked about at halftime for Clyde, Mike Martin.
Yeah, a little bit different blocking schemes. They're going straight up. They're double teaming right now. They're trying to double team on Hayden Bricker as well as Evan Straub, and that seems to be working.
First and 10 at the 21. First possession of the second half. Clyde with the lead, Clyde with the ball. Double wing set by the Flyers. They're going to hand off to Daniels. Boy, he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to maybe get to the 20. That was a great defensive play by Bellevue.
Yeah, again, Mason Treat calling his name again, coming in for a defensive end spot.
So gain of 1. It'll be second and 9 at the 20. Again, double wing set. They're going to go ahead and go again. Daniels, boy, leaps over a defender. There's a penalty, and it's probably going to be because he leaped and lost his feet.
In high school football, you cannot do that. Nick Missler's the one that hit him in the thigh boards when he went up in the air.
So Brad Bannister, we saw a little bit of Xbox right there.
Oh, yeah, that's the X button, if I'm not mistaken. You just hold that thing down.
Yeah, but they're going to call holding on Clyde and not going over the top.
Oh. All right, so that's a big enough penalty. They'll move the ball back. So it'll be second down. There we go. Second down and 20. Mike, you never know what the fix is for some of these things here.
Yeah, I might have to just keep my hand on this thing here so we get some antenna action.
You're good. All right, second down and 20. Let's see what Clyde wants to do at the 30. Jane Cook talking to the coaches, trying to get some order, and they might have to call a timeout. There's 4 seconds to go. They're going to have to hike the ball. They do. It's a high snap. And here comes Daniels looking for a block, and we have another penalty right underneath here. And boy, if that's another hold by Clyde, they'll be back at the 40. They're just knocking themselves right out of any kind of field position here on this drive.
And it is.
So that's from the spot of the foul. So that's going to be second down and about 40.
Yeah, we have Cole Beltrain that came in for Bove, and when he got ejected from the game, and he was able to make that stop.
So let's see if the scoreboard operator can do the math. We're looking at about, it's more than 2nd and 19, I can tell you that. That's probably a good 30 yards. 2nd and 29. Back to throw. Being pressured. Cook throws it down the corner. It's going to be in and out of the hands. Good defensive coverage by the Redmen. And good effort by the Clyde receiver to kind of at least give it a hand on the ball. But incomplete. 3rd down and 29.
Yeah, that was Mason Miller, stride for stride right there with Cabo.
Boy, he had great position, Mike.
Yeah, and one thing about Cabo, his average is 20 yards per catch. So he's their deep threat as well as Brady Wilson.
3rd down, so you're in the position where you don't have a 30-yard play, Mike. You're going to try and get as big a chunk as you can. So let's see. Obviously, they're going to throw the football. Here comes Olsen now in the slot. And they're going to hand off to Daniels. Daniels is going to get hit and dropped. He'll pick up maybe 3 to the 39, just a pickup of 2. So that's going to make it 4th down. And the Flyers most probably will go for it because not unless they want to punt down in the coffin corner, but needless to say, 2 receivers on the east side, moving right to left, Clyde. 4th down. And a good 20-plus yards. Olsen now in motion again. They say still it's 4th down and 29.
And he's going to punt.
Yep, and he will punt it to the side. He kicks it off the side of his foot. Can they keep it from going in? And they do. And they down it at the 1-yard line. So the one good thing that came out of that for Clyde is special teams. The bad thing was they're moving right down the field, and they just blew a tire on that drive.
Yeah, those 2 penalties definitely were something that, took the wind right out of their sails. Although, when you talk about, getting a player ejected, Mason Bove, who is one of their main defensive linebackers.
Oh, absolutely.
That's going to hurt them as well.
All right, so the Redmen with the ball at their own 1, 7:21 to go. Deegan at quarterback. Got 4 wideouts. He's going to keep it himself and run out of the end zone, and he's going to get hit and dropped about the 2. Boy, down to you, Brad Bannister. He got just pummeled as he tried to turn to the left corner. It looks like we've got a Clyde player down.
Yeah, it looks like Morrison's down there, but you're right. Horn looked like or at least he thought he had a little seam there, and boy, did it close fast by that Clyde defense.
Yeah, Morrison did a nice job just sliding down and taking that hole away.
2nd down and 9. 6:55. 7-6 Clyde with the lead. Bellevue with the ball. On the road, the Redmen trying to claim that SBC Lake Division crown. Horn keeps it again in the middle. Gets hit. Gets dropped at the spot. Nowhere to go. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Now, nowhere to go. Walker Britt right there to make that stop. They're just running into a brick wall with that Clyde defensive line.
6:22 here in this 3rd quarter. Clyde had the first possession. They went 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 plays before punting. And now here's Bellevue deep in their own territory. Deegan in there, and he's looking to throw. He's looking. He's in the end zone. He's rolling. He's going to throw it back. It's going to be caught, but it will not be for a 1st down. He was running his right, threw it back to the left in the middle of traffic. How they completed that pass. Let's go down to Brad. Brad.
Oh, like you said, he was heading this way, heading to his right, fired it back across the field, and number 10 for Bellevue reached back one-handed and grabbed that absolute laser of a throw. Yeah,
Tyler Ray.
And got tackled immediately.
So it's going to be 4th down. They got the ball to the 8. 6-yard pass at Deegan playing a little dangerous back in the end zone, my friends. My goodness, but now they're going to have to punt from deep in the end zone.
That was an amazing catch, like Brad said. Tyler Ray just reached his hand out and was able to snag out with one hand.
All right, so Lozier and Olsen, end-over-end kick, and a big fair catch called. Olsen gets it at the 38-yard line. So Clyde with excellent field position now. Mike, they kind of backpedaled with the penalties when they were driving, but what a great special teams punt by Cook, and then Bellevue really had nowhere to go.
No, they had nowhere to go, but we've seen them, throughout the previous games be able to take that position and move it down the field.
Absolutely.
But there's no way that they're going to be moving Clyde's defensive line like they did other teams.
Not tonight. Yeah, I think it's a tough way to go down the line of scrimmage. So Clyde with two receivers to the far, one to the near, moving right to left. Daniels just to the left side. Here comes a man in motion. Hand off to Daniels. He goes off the right, spins, he hits. Boy, Daniels is running hard tonight, down to the 35. Pickup of 3, second down and 7.
Cole Beltrain able to make that stop coming in. He's got a big shoes to fill for Mason Bove.
Columbian 22-7 over Norwalk. In the third, Whitmer 21-7 over Ross. Perkins and Sandusky still tied. 41-0, Margaret over St. Joe in the third. Second down, 7, 4:46 to go, 7-6. What a stalemate match here between these two squads. Clyde Bellevue, Cook looking to throw. He's going to throw a little possession pass out here, and that's probably the best throw he's made tonight on the run, Mike, as he does get the first down out to the outside.
And that's exactly what they need to do. Preston Ray had about 5 yards. They're playing 5 yards off, and when the receiver goes out, the defensive back keeps backpedaling. He got about a 3-yard cushion to be able to make that little short pass.
First and 10 at the 27. Daniels, he gets hit, gets by the first defender, gets across the 25 down to the 24. Just kind of picking up about 3 yards, Mike. And I tell you what, Daniels has been kind of limping through these last few games for Clyde, but he's showing some pretty solid running here tonight.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job. There's not a whole lot of room. The linebackers are filling quick. Again, Beltrain was able to come up and make that stop.
So obviously the clock at time of possession in the second half belongs to Clyde. Clyde with the ball, second down and 8. Cook looking, he's just going to flare a pass out here. It's going to be caught, looking for a block, getting to the outside, and that's going to be Overmeyer down to the 14. Nice little flare pass out there, Mike, and right now the short passing game working for the Flyers. They get down to the 15-yard line. They are now in the Fremont floor covering red zone.
Yeah, the receiver is doing a nice job of just stalking the corner out there. And again, the safety has to come up and make that play from the inside. And that was Carter Lapata that came up that time from the inside out on that flare pass.
Daniels with the ball, gets behind Obermeyer. Boy, he gets tripped up as he crosses the 15 down to the 13. Picks up 2. Second down and 8.
Hayden Bricker was able to make that stop.
Boy, Bricker's been also active here tonight for Bellevue, hasn't he?
He's a hard guy to move out of the way.
3:21, the clock is running. 7-6, Clyde with the lead. Clyde with the ball in the red zone. Jaden Cook, quarterback. Hands off. Daniels again. He spins by one, keeps his head down, keeps his feet moving. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. He got hit. He bounced. He tiptoed. He scored. Big run by Daniels.
Yeah, that time he was up into the middle, and there was a little crease, and he was able to find that. Stuck his foot in the ground, made a nice cut to the left, and then just took it straight up the field across the goal line. That time, Clyde's offensive line was able to get that crease that Daniels needed.
6-play, 38-yard drive. In for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick up. Kick is good. And your score here with 3:04 to go in the third, Clyde 14 and Bellevue 6. We'll be back with a kickoff after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
The grass is not always greener, but at Berry, things are getting greener. With our new entry-level starting rate of $18 per hour plus a $1,000 sign-on bonus, Berry offers a safe, clean, temperature-controlled work environment where employees are treated like family. Steady work with reliable income, competitive benefits, bonuses, incentives, and employee rewards. Now hiring operators, process engineer, automation, maintenance, and tooling technicians. Join our Monroeville, Ohio team and find out why past employees ask if they can come back. Check out all the opportunities at berryglobal.com. Berry's an equal opportunity employer.
Looking for insurance but have a language barrier? See Welty Insurance Group for a comprehensive quote that you can understand. Welty agents will take the time to explain policies and benefits to you, even in Spanish or sign language. Our family protecting yours. Call Welty Insurance Group for insurance quotes you can trust at 419-334-4477. Welty Insurance Group, representing area insurance in Sandusky, Fremont, Tiffin, Fostoria, and Cary, and at weltyinsurance.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back to Bishop Stadium. John Cullen, along with Mike Martin and Brad Bannister. Your in-game scoreboard brought to you by Fremont Athletic. It's Clyde 14, Bellevue 6, 2:58 to go. Little flare pass out and caught and dropped for a loss that time by the Redmen. They tried to get it out to Hager, and he's going to lose at least 4 back to the 30.
Abe Morrison coming up with another blue-collar bistro, big hit of the game. There was nowhere for him to go. As soon as that pass was thrown, he came up and made that stick, put him down on the ground. I think that had a little extra sauce on it, too.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, Mike, both these defenses have been spectacular tonight, both teams. 3 receivers for Bellevue, 1 to the near side. Clyde showing man-to-man. It's back, looking, being flushed out of the pocket. And I tell you what, he's not going to get there. Oh, what a play. What a play out there by Clyde as they just sacked him. And just running for his life was the quarterback, Deegan Horn.
Yeah, Max Myers had him in his sights. Max Myers did a great job at just running him down. He showed that his 40 maybe is a 1/10 of a second faster than Deegan Horn.
Well, Deegan Horn was running for his life, and he has been all night long. The Clyde defense has just completely stripped Bellevue's running game from them, and they've got to find something. The Redmen need to figure something out. And we're only 1 score away. This game is as close as it can be, but the Redmen need to figure it out. 1:34 and going, and we're going to have a penalty, and it's going to be a delay of game.
You know, John, one thing we said, if they force Bellevue into a passing game, this is what's going to happen.
So, Brad Bannister, we talked about it being a little quiet on the field. Not so much anymore.
Oh, no, this place is electric in here tonight. The student section, John, could be the biggest I've seen here at Clyde in a long, long time. It's really a nice atmosphere for this game.
So, as Clyde had 3rd and 29 in their last possessions, Mike, or 2 ago, here it is Bellevue 3rd and 24. 3rd and 24. Deegan Horn straight back. He's looking. He's flushed. He's out of the pocket. He loses the ball. It's on the ground, but Bellevue will recover. Oh, my. The ball just squirted out of his hands as he's trying to get through that defense back to the 17. So, unfortunately for the Redmen, they started at the 34. They went to the 30. They went to the 25. They went back to the 20. They end up at the 17. The Clyde defense right now, just to be honest, is giving Bellevue something they've not seen all year.
That's right. They're taking over the game right now.
So Bellevue would be punting deep in their own end zone at about the 5. It's a high snap, but he does go up for it. He gets it. It's an end-over-end kick, and there's going to be a call for a fair catch. Olsen catches it, and it's going to be Clyde's ball at the 46-yard line. Clyde 1st and 10 at the 46 of Bellevue. Wow. You have to be impressed over that defense.
Yeah, because they've taken away what Bellevue's forte is. They've shut the run down. They've not allowed Deegan Horn to be able to go up into the middle, find a cut, and be able to cut off of that. Only having 38 pass completions on the season, you're forcing them to do something they don't like to do. Clyde's taking over defensively.
Duck back. He's going to flare pass it out. It's going to be caught by Cobble. Cobble's going to get hit and dropped. He'll pick up maybe 2 yards to the 45. So, Mike, the one thing, other than Bellevue's inability to run, is the fact that Clyde's been running the ball enough to manage the clock.
Absolutely.
And so Bellevue's not getting a lot of possessions. Now there's 26 seconds left in the 3rd. And I think Clyde's just going to let it run out. They are. All right, we're going to move into the 4th quarter. Clyde's got the ball 2nd and 8 at the Bellevue 45. They've got the lead 14-6. We'll be back with the 4th quarter of action. Glad you're with us tonight on 92.1 The Wolf.
ACJ Overhead Door of Fremont are your installation and service experts, specializing in both residential and commercial garage doors and operators. Don't risk trying to do the repairs yourself, especially when it comes to broken springs. Let the professionals at ACJ take care of that for you. If you're looking to upgrade your garage door, ACJ offers a full line of doors from economy to premium to fit any budget, with free estimates on installation. ACJ Overhead Door, serving Sandusky and surrounding counties. For more information, call 419-341-6586 or online at acjoverheaddoor.com.
Since 2009, Sunrise Cooperative has been a proud supporter of Fueling the Cure. Fueling the Cure is an initiative set up to fund the research at The Ohio State University to find experimental medicines and foods to benefit people afflicted with cancer. Without you, our customers, this initiative would not exist. But thanks to you and our partners, we have been able to donate over $1.7 million. Every propane delivery is another dollar to the cause. Call us at 419-668-3955 to get involved. Fueling the Cure with Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome back. Fourth quarter of action here on 92-1 the Wolf. Bellevue and Clyde. Bellevue trying to hang on and win that SBC Lake Division title. Clyde threatening to tie them. Right now the Flyers have a 14-6 lead. We're at 12 minutes to go in the ball game, moving left to right. Daniels with the football in the middle of the field. He gets hit and drops. He picks up about 3. That kind of has been his MO. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, nothing fancy about what Daniels is doing, just off left guard, off right guard by about 3 yards a pop.
Yeah, and the offensive line for Clyde's doing a great job just giving him enough to get those 3 and 4 yards a pop.
Now there's a longer third down play for Clyde, 3rd and 5. Obviously they want to hang on to the ball, should they be able to.
A little 5-yard out by Wilson right here down, and there's plenty of room.
Here we go. They're looking. They're flushing Cook out of the pocket. Cook's just going to throw it away.
Good defensive play by Bellevue. They disguised that coverage and came up and got right up on Wilson. Nice job of Bellevue defense to take that away.
You know, plays like that, especially now you're looking at tendencies. I'd play that tendency and throw something counter to it.
And you could just go up the field on that because he was coming hard.
All right, so again, now Clyde's looking at going. Let's see if they punt it or not. 11:18 to go. They bring Olsen in motion left to right. Now Cook will step back to punt. And he will. And he's going to kick it end over end. Let's see if Clyde can recover it. If they can, they cannot. It goes into the end zone. And it will be 1st and 10, Bellevue at the 20.
Just had a little too much spin on that.
Yep.
A little too much.
Yeah, if that would have been a little more hang time, a little backspin, maybe.
Little backspin. Yeah, he probably need the pitching wedge instead of the 7-iron.
You think that's what it was?
That's probably it.
All right, so this is a big drive for Bellevue right now. They're in a position with a touchdown and 2 extra points. They can tie this game up. Big drive. Handoff. Left side, Hager. He gets hit. He gets dropped. No gain. Actually, it could be a loss of about a half a yard.
That Dylan Obermeyer coming up, sliding across from his inside linebacker spot to make that tackle.
2nd down and 9, moving right to left at their own 20. The Bellevue Redmen only 1 score away from tying this ball game with the football. Deegan Horn, a quarterback. He's got 2 receivers out. He's looking back. He's going to play action, keep it himself. He's going to get some yardage, but he'll get hit and dropped. He'll pick up maybe about 3. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, where they spot him, about the 23?
That's where they got it at, just inside the 23. So, yeah, you're looking at, 3rd and about 8.
Another 3rd down play. At what point in time, Mike, do you have to go 4 down territory? Next possession?
I would say field position-wise, you're not going to go 4 down territory here, that's for sure.
You're not sure how many possessions you're going to get, but there's still enough time. 10 minutes in the ball game for sure. So this Deegan Horn can complete a pass here. He's looking. He's rolling right. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be, is it caught?
And it
will
is.
Be a catch, and it'll be a 1st down. So Bellevue gets it to the 34, a pickup of 11, and they keep the drive alive.
And that was against Wilson over there. He's giving him again a little bit of room to be able to make that catch on the sideline.
Quick turn to the outside, and Horn threw it right on the money. Horn back to throw. He's going to keep it himself. Again, a quarterback keeper. He breaks through the line. He gets hit hard, but he'll pick up probably his best yardage here in this half, at least to the 42. So 41-yard line, to pick up of almost 7. So a little bit of life in the Bellevue offense.
Yeah, Abe Morrison coming from his outside linebacker position to make that stop.
Well, Bellevue's not going to be 3 and out all night long. I mean, obviously, they're 8-1 for a reason. Horn looking. He's going to keep it himself. He goes back to normal standard play, and he's going to get dropped for a loss.
You know, one thing Clyde's doing, as soon as they see Nick Missler heading one way or the other, both linebackers are filling that hole. They're coming right there, and Deegan Horn is following that. So there's really nowhere for him to go when they have that lead with Missler.
9 minutes to go, 14-6. Clyde with the lead. Bellevue with the ball, third and a long 4. Horn back to throw. He's looking. It's going to be, is it caught or not?
Nope.
Incomplete. That pass was thrown a little low. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, boy, I tell you what, every inch matters right now.
Oh, it absolutely does. And he had his receiver open if he could have just gotten it up about a foot.
So is Bellevue going to go for it, Mike? They're at their own 40.
Well, if they do, this is do or die right now.
They've got 4 receivers set. See what Ed Nasani wants to do. What a ball game here tonight. He'll drop back to punt. And there's a punt. It's high, it's short. It's going to hit, and it's going to bounce a little laterally. It's going to be down at the 23-yard line of the Clyde Fliers. So another punt by Bellevue.
By Bellevue at the 23-yard line will be fireball, 1st and 10.
So, Clyde with the ball. Clyde at the 23.
Yeah, this has got to be a big defensive stand for Bellevue right here. They cannot allow Clyde to get a couple first downs. If they do, then they're going to be working on that clock as well.
Well, and we have seen Bellevue strike early. Both teams can strike and score quickly. But in this game tonight, it just seems like it's kind of pulled into the hashes, Mike.
Yeah, it's a tug of war right now.
So Jaden Cook for Clyde's got 4 receivers set. He's back to throw. He's going to look and he's going to pump fake, and he's just going to throw it down the sideline. Not quite sure. We got a penalty over here on this side. Penalty right where the quarterback was, and what are they going to call that?
They're going to call that on late hit?
Brad Bannister, what do we got?
Yep, number 41 shoved Jaden Cook as he was heading out of bounds, so it's going to be a personal foul, late hit.
Yeah. You know, we've called Mason Treat's name a lot tonight, and, you know, he's very aggressive, and that's one he just got a little too aggressive on.
It looked to me in that play, Mike, that Cook wanted to do the pump fake, give and go.
Right.
And he didn't give the receiver time to get down the field, did he?
No.
But he was being pressured by Treat on the sideline. That probably broke his
And that's exactly why he did not have that opportunity.
That penalty will take it to the 38. Cook with the ball. Daniels in the middle. Head down, spins, turns, fights! Oh, my gosh. Daniels hit, drugged 2 defenders with him. One of them, Jax Lapata, went for a ride to the 46-yard line of Clyde. That was a huge run by Daniels. This late in the game with as much hitting as going on this field right now, Mike, all these guys are going to beat up.
Yeah, they're going to be a little sore tomorrow morning, that's for sure.
This is just power blue-collar football here tonight at Clyde.
Clyde using all that play clock.
Time management. Jaden Cook looking for the snap. High snap. He gives it to Norman Daniels, and we got a penalty, and we might see a Clyde hold here. The ball at the 50.
Yep, we do.
It would be a first down, but it should be a penalty. And our head official, Kevin Rodenhauser, is going to give us a call.
Holding. Offense, number 55. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Mason Ash, the junior, got called with a grab.
You know, Mason has had a great game tonight blocking that defensive line. You know, that time, just got his hands a little bit inside, and the official happened to see that, and that probably what sprung that big run.
That ended up being a 14-yard penalty. They had a first down to the 50. Now it's 2nd down and 12 at the 36. Brady Wilson here to the near side, 3 to the far side for the Flyers. Jaden Cook's got Daniels right next to him. He's looking. He's back. He's going to throw across the middle, and it's going to be caught. Nope. Oh, and dropped. Oh, what an effort by Wilson. And defensively, going up on the defensive side was Preston Ray. They both came down, and Wilson just could not hang on to it. Wilson, I think, got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, he came straight down on his back. If he would have hung on to that, that would have been an amazing catch. I mean, we've seen him make those catches before.
Well, he's going to step off the field and take a deep breath right now. I tell you what, that was great coverage by Preston Ray. Both went up at the same time. Wilson obviously won the advantage, got the ball in his hands. Both came down, but they knocked it away. Big third down play for the Flyers. Now, without a first down, Bellevue's going to get the ball back and get another chance at it. Let's see what Jaden Cook does. Three-man front showing blitz. And it's going to be a delayed handoff, and it's just going to be a run for nothing. And it'll be the 35, and there'll be a punt coming up by the Flyers. They've got fourth down. Mason Treat.
Yep, he made up for that penalty that he just had pushing the Cook out of bounds.
So Bellevue's going to get the ball back. Another chance, Mike. You know, Clyde's had some opportunities to really kind of put some separation here, but they just can't right now. And, of course, with the 3 turnovers, they're fortunate to be in the position up 14-6, but Bellevue with a good drive and a score, they can tie it. Oh, boy, Cook almost gets a punt blocked. It's high, it's long, and it's going to be picked up by the Flyers at the 20. Great punt by Jaden Cook. That was NFL hang time right there.
Jaden Cook has a 43-yard average.
We got a penalty down on the field right here. Let's double check before we see it. I'm sorry, Mike. Let's go down to Brad.
I think it's going to be a personal foul on Bellevue, taking down Clyde player here kind of roughly during the punt.
So does that go against after where the ball's at, and they'll take it back then, 15?
It'll be probably at the end of the kick where they will mark that off at.
Right now they're showing, I thought the ball was downed at the 20, but they're showing the ball spotted at the 31. The Clyde player came up and ran and grabbed it at the 20 to down it.
Yeah, the umpire down here has the ball at the 20-yard line.
That's what I thought. I was looking at the chains.
Yeah, I think it's the receiving team.
Yeah, he just...
Well, they're going to be backed up again, right? The shadow of that goal line.
So they're not going half the distance. They're going back to what, the 5? They're going to spot it at the 10. Is that what we see it?
Yep.
Brad Bannister?
That's exactly it. Just outside the 10 is where they're going to have the ball to going.
Okay. 6:44 to go. Do the Bellevue Redmen have a drive in them here in order to get this ball game tied? Deegan Horn's got one receiver to each side. He's got 2 backs actually got 3 backs in the backfield. Should be a power run by them. They are going to try and run up the left side, and they'll pick up a few, maybe 4 yards to the 14.
You know, there is no going up into the middle of that Clyde defensive line. They are shutting that down.
Second down and 6:26 and counting. Again, 1 receiver to each side. Actually, 2 receivers to the far side, the Bellevue side of the field, moving right to left. Deegan Horn. He's got Hager next to him. Bellevue trying to find some way to get some rhythm here late in the ballgame to tie this thing up. Horn with the snap. He's faked. He's looking to throw. He's got a guy across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Boy, I tell you what, he had him open. His intended receiver was Mason Treat. And Mason Treat, as much as we've called his name tonight, as much running he's done, Mike, he's running that seam pattern down the middle, and he was open.
Yeah, he was open. Mason Treat is 6'2", 220 pounds, and he's got a lot of endurance because, like you say, John, we've called his name a lot on defense.
All night long.
Absolutely.
Big third down play here for the Redmen. Obviously, they're in a position where things are going to start to get hairy. 6:02, the clock stopped. 4 receivers to this side now. They're looking to throw a pass out there and getting the first down. They will, and they're going to keep going up to the 25, and it'll be up to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Bellevue.
Will Lozier had to run him out of bounds.
Big first down for Bellevue.
You know, again, what they did there is they just went out and stalk blocked and threw it to the receiver and let him make the moves, and he did a nice job of finding the open field.
Well, the other 2 receivers, just nice blocking for him. They're doing the same thing to the other side, looking. There's going to be a pass out there. It's going to be complete, and it will be not for a first down. They'll pick about 8 to about the 41. And right now, Clyde Hager with the reception. Clyde giving them a lot of cushion, Mike, right now.
Yeah, they are. They're not wanting them to get behind them and get a big play. But that's something that the outside receiver is doing a nice job of stalk blocking downfield.
We have officials timeout right now.
Are we going to see another measurement?
This is the second measurement of the season. Official timeout. Of course, our timeout's brought to you by Welty. The Welty Insurance Group, and they're going to measure for it, and it's going to be short by a couple inches. Bellevue, hey, tell you what, Mike, this game's not over. We talked about it. A touchdown and a two-point conversion. They tie it. 5:35 to go. The clock means everything right now.
Yeah.
Do you play not to lose if you're Clyde on the defense, or do you play to win?
Yeah, you play to win. You still got to come after him. The thing that they've been able to do very well tonight was put a lot of pressure on Deegan Horn, make him throw the bad ball, throw it high. So you still got to bring pressure.
But not in this series. He's had time.
No, you got to bring pressure.
One receiver to the far side, three to the near side, and the one in the slot. Keep an eye for Carter Lapata. And here comes Horn. Got the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself. He's going to go in the middle of the line, and he's going to get by one, but he will get the first down to the 44. So he'll pick up a couple yards and get that first down, 1st and 10. Bellevue at their own 44-yard line, down 14-6, 5:12 to go. Moving right to left. John Cullen, Mike Martin, Brad Bannister. Packed house, big 50-50. What more do you want? You got the Battle of Route 20. It's just great Friday night football. Again, three to the near side, one to the far. Hager sitting just offset from Horn. Horn back. He's looking. He's going to throw across the middle. He's got a guy open. It's caught. And the cornerback on the left side got beat, and a safety, thank goodness for Clyde, came over and got him. That's the best pass play tonight for the Bellevue Redmen. They are in Clyde territory at the Clyde 40-yard line.
Yeah, Will Lozier had to come over and make that stop from his linebacker spot. You know, be careful what you wish for when you're wishing that you force them into throwing the ball, because this is what you're getting right now.
Hand off to Hager off the right side. He's got a seam, and he gets hit. And now the passing has opened up the running game for Bellevue. Good call by the Redmen. And they're going to have it 2nd and 1 at the 31.
Yeah, you're right, John. That's exactly what's happening. The linebackers are loosening up a little bit now. They've completed a few passes, and they're not rushing right in there and making that stop.
Could we say overtime? Week number 10, Bellevue. And we're going to have a timeout, and Clyde's going to take a timeout, and so will we. 14-6, Clyde with the lead. Bellevue moving. We'll be back with the action after this at 92-1 The Wolf.
Hello, it's Pete with Sunrise. I found another interesting fact I wanted to share. Did you know that being behind a slow-moving combine for 5 miles equals the same amount of time you would spend getting stuck at 2 red lights in town? Keep this in mind and give our farmers some room to work, and give yourself the opportunity to appreciate all the fall colors of the season. Being safe and going slow behind a combine has to be more enjoyable than sitting through 2 traffic lights in town. Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Are you overpaying on your monthly car payment? Consider refinancing with Firelands Federal Credit Union. When you refinance an auto loan with Firelands Federal Credit Union, a team of financial professionals work to help you lower your interest rate, decrease your monthly payment, or pay off your auto loan faster. Plus, now through November 6, 2021, when you refinance an auto loan to Firelands Federal Credit Union, they'll make your first payment and you'll receive a $150 gas card. Apply online or schedule an appointment to get started at firelandsfcu.org or by calling 1-800-276-5775 today.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
Right back to action, Bellevue, 2nd and 1. Handoff, Hager in the middle. He gets caught in the middle, and I'm not sure if he got it or not. I think they're going to spot him just a bit short. And it will be 3rd down and short. This is obviously 4th down territory for Bellevue, Mike. 4:02 and going. They've got to get a touchdown, and they've got to get a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, and that you know Coach Hassani has that special 2-point conversion that he's been having in his pocket.
3rd down. The Bellevue drive. 10th play, the longest drive of the night for Bellevue. 10 plays when they needed it. A couple big pass plays by Deegan Horn. He's got the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to get by one. He will get the first down, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the Clyde 26-yard line and pick up a 4.
Yeah, Abe Morrison came around from the outside, and it looked like he was going to be able to stop that short. But good block by the receiver to come over and take Morrison off, and they got the first down.
Clyde defense has shut them down all night long, but here, oh my, just as I get the point saying that Clyde has shut them down, Bellevue moving, and Dylan Overmeyer sends Hager back to a loss of 4 yards, back to the 29. That was a huge play by that all SBC linebacker.
Dylan Overmeyer did a nice job of just reading that and coming up and making that stop.
2nd down and 13, 2:50 to go. This is it for the Bellevue Redmen. They want to tie this game. They've got to score in this drive. And we are going to have a timeout. And it'll be another Weldy Insurance Group timeout. This time, I believe, by Bellevue, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct?
Yeah, Coach Nasani was not happy with what the formation came out in.
So, Brad Bannister, what a chess match here tonight between these two squads. I mean, it started out with a frenzy, and it's just kind of nothing. Bellevue scores early. Late in the first quarter. Clyde scores late in the second quarter, and actually the extra point conversion is the difference in this ball game. Clyde scores again in the third quarter, but Bellevue with a golden opportunity to tie it up here.
Oh, for sure. And the way this is going right now, it's just a matter of attrition right now. It seems like both teams are starting to wear out, especially those big guys up front. So it's who's going to be able to dig in a little bit deep here in this last 2 minutes of the game.
2nd down and 13. Deegan Horn, snap, back to throw. Looking. He's going to throw a pass over here. It's almost intercepted. Tried to do a mid-screen, Mike.
Yeah.
And it was too high because the defensive pressure from Clyde forced him to have to throw the ball over top.
Clyde had that shut down, too. There were plenty of linebackers standing right there. So if that would have been caught, that would have been for no gain.
3rd down and 13. The Bellevue's got 2 plays to go 13 yards. This is the ball game for them. 3 receivers in this time. Last time they threw it this way. Horn's going to throw across the middle. It's intercepted! Oh, Kate Olson for Clyde.
Nice job by Kate Olson, just cut right in front of the receivers. Be able to pick that up. Did a nice job of catching it with both hands at a high point. And that was not a good throw by Deegan Horn.
The senior safety played center field perfect, and when he saw it, he jumped it and comes up with the interception, and the air just came out of the tire of the Bellevue Redmen, Mike, because they knew this was their shot. And Clyde's going to take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Brad Bannister, wow, what a temperature change by both sides of the stands as we're seeing stands starting to fill out on the Bellevue side.
Oh, wow. The momentum, how drastically it changed from that one play. He was the Bellevue receivers running a little streak pattern down the hash.
Right.
And like you said, Olson did a great job coming up, reading that, jumping in front of that pass, and putting Clyde in a great position here.
So the Michael Fliers with the first down, they can run this out.
They could, but Bellevue still has 2 timeouts. If they shut them down and they force them to 3 and out, they're still going to have an opportunity with 2 timeouts.
Absolutely. So it's important for Clyde to be able to do something different, not just hand up the middle and let the clock stop and all of that matters, put themselves behind the chains, right?
Yeah, they definitely have to get 1, not if 2 first downs.
What a contest here between these two teams. Both of them throwing up 30, 40 points a game. But these are the 2 teams in the SBC that if you're going to put a WWE match together, that's these 2 teams, and it has been one of them tonight. Clyde showing a double wing set. Jaden Cook hands off to Dylan Overmeyer. He runs to the left side, and he gets nowhere. So that'll be a run for no gain. They just run a little cornerback, and no timeout yet by Bellevue.
Yeah, Nick Missler, nice job of coming from that defensive end. Saw it coming. They tried to pull people around, and there was no going.
Second down and 10, 2:05, 20 seconds left on the clock, so I'm sure Jane Cook's going to let that run all the way down. He's just going to sit there and talk to the guys. How's it going? I think we're going to win this one here. Just 9 seconds. Okay, now let's get serious. He's going to hand up this time to Daniels. Daniels gets hit hard. He will get to the 32, and we should probably see a timeout by Bellevue.
Oh, absolutely.
No, they're going to say timeout Clyde. One official said timeout Clyde.
No, Coach Insani was running on the field with calling timeout. Cole Beltrain made that stop right there, and you know, for 1 yard gain. And that's exactly what Bellevue's got to do now. This next down is going to be huge. I mean, they stop them here, they'll still have a chance.
Oh, absolutely.
They'll have one timeout left. So Clyde's got to pull something out, a little play action. Here, Wilson on about a 9 yard out and drive them deep, come back for it. And we've seen that happen before. Cook has all the ability to be able to put that ball where it needs to be.
On the other side, Bellevue driving for their life, throwing an interception. Their first turnover of the ball game here on this last 2-minute portion of the ball game, but Clyde runs it twice, and I think that's primarily to try to run some clock. They've got to get a first down if they want to close this game out. Otherwise, Bellevue will have a chance. They could come in and block a punt or whatever can happen. So Clyde showing again double wing. They're going to do the same thing. Daniels head down, moves forward, gets across the 35 to the 36.
Bellevue uses that last time out with a minute 40 left to go.
Okay.
Clyde will definitely have to punt this ball right here.
Yeah, Clyde is not going to go ahead and run a 4th and 5 play on their own.
Not the way Cook has been punting the ball tonight. I mean, he's
done well tonight.
Oh, he's had some excellent punts.
So special teams. Special teams on extra points.
Yep.
So here's what we have: 14-6. We've had Bellevue miss an extra point, which put them behind the chasing points tonight. Clyde with 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, a fumble. Bellevue now with an interception late in the game. And you got special teams. And so this punt, critically important. And, of course, special teams by Bellevue, they could show up and get some big yardage, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, a big play can change this thing in a minute. And there's only a minute for you to go, but both these teams can score quickly. They've got the players. Let's see what happens. Looking for Cook's snap. That's a high snap. Cook steps into it. He kicks it. It's high, not deep, and it's going to hit, and it's going to bounce, and Clyde's going to down it. And the Clyde up man grabbed it at the 25. Should have probably let it hit and roll a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why he picked that up right there, because that did have a roll heading towards the end zone.
Again, special teams, right? So Bellevue's got the ball. Bellevue's down by a score. 1:31 to go. Here we go, folks. Aren't you glad you came here to listen to us tonight? We're just so happy to bring you this ball game. Thank all our sponsors for making this possible. Playoffs start next week. Handoff. Deeganhorn throws it outside. It's caught, and it will stop the clock at the 30. And now they're going to do their possession passing game.
Yeah, and one thing that, it took the safety a while to get over there to help Wilson out. And that's setting them up for that little pump and go.
Oh, yeah. All right, so 2nd down and 4 at the 30. Deeganhorn having to throw the ball. He's back. He's going to look the same way. He's going to run the same pass pattern. And they run it out, and they get the first down at the 35.
And again, getting those little 5-yard outs, the defense does not want to let them get behind, obviously. And we one free safety, and the corners are playing off at about 5 to 6 yards.
Deeganhorn, he can run that possession passing game. He's looking. He's back. He's rolling right. He's going to throw a little quick out here. It's almost intercepted. Are they going to say he caught it or not?
Yep.
They are going to give him the catch. Wow, what a catch out there. Of course, it was hard for us to see on the far side who that was. Brad, did you pick that up?
That was 16 for Bellevue.
Yeah, that's Preston Ray.
Preston Ray with it. Here we go. They're going to keep throwing the left side. Same thing.
And again, that's a first down. Wilson, they're just going after, I'm not necessarily saying they're going after Wilson. They're going to the short side of the field.
Well, he's right-handed. He's got that. and they want him to bite on it.
And I'm telling you, Wilson, he's getting closer and closer.
1 minute to go. Degenhorn looking across the middle. He's going to throw across the middle. Oh, intercepted. Oh, they were going for LaPata and getting up off the turf and looking back. Who was it? Was that Overmeyer?
No, that's Will Lozier.
Oh, Will Lozier. Boy, Will Lozier had it in his hands.
Yeah, that was right there, and that was a good, he faked that out and up and then came back across the field.
Whitmer 42-14 over Fremont Ross in the fourth quarter. That time they wanted to go down the middle. Looking right side again. Looking right side. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be another catch. It's going to be another first down to the Clyde 44.
You know, he's doing a nice job of throwing it right to the sideline where there's no way the defensive back, Wilson, there's no way he can get up in front of that because he's only getting 1 foot inbounds.
So you run the same play over and over and over again. Now they got the 4 receivers to this side. Let's see if they come to this side. Okay, so they're looking for Preston Ray on that right side. He's caught about 5 balls in a row. Degenhorn back, stand at midfield. He's looking right again. Same thing. It's going to be caught and dropped at the 35-yard line.
Clock is running. 45 seconds left. They got to hurry up.
Let's see if they go ahead and down it real quick. And they do. They chuck it. 38 seconds to go. Boy, what a ball game, Mike. I tell you what was the over and under in this game? We don't know.
Well,
I'm sure it was probably more than 20.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'd be well over 20. We were thinking maybe one team was going to score 20.
Well, it was either going to be a tight one like this or it was going to be a shootout. 3rd down and 2. 38 seconds to go. Horn back. He's going to throw it across the middle. It's going to be caught and out of bounds.
Tell you, Wilson's coming. I'm sorry, John, but Wilson's coming up on that. That time he tried to make a play on the ball. Almost got it. And they got a safety coming over deep to take that away. So if they try to do that out and up.
35 seconds to go. The other thing you don't want is a penalty or a bad call to change the complexion of this game. Here we go. Degenhorn. He's going to hand off up the middle, and they're going to run it, and they're going to get it to about the 27-yard line.
They got to spike it again.
24 seconds to go, and they do. That'll make it 3rd down. Excuse me, it should be 2nd down now.
No, it's 3rd because they had to spike it. That was 1st.
Okay.
On the 2nd down, that they just ran it.
So Brad Bannister feeling the tension on the Clyde sideline there.
Oh, you can feel it down here as that Bellevue keeps slowly, methodically moving the ball down the field. You can see them getting a little more serious down here.
Who's going to make the play? 3rd down, Degenhorn with it. 23 seconds to go. Olsen drops back. Degenhorn looks it over. He's dropped, rolling to his right, rolling. Stop and go into the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Good no call. Both of them run side by side. 17 seconds left, 4th down and 7.
Yeah, just like we said, that little out and up. That time Wilson did not bite on that little pump fake and did a nice job of getting his shoulders turned, running stride for stride, to be able to not let that completion be had.
So Mike, you've got 17 seconds. Are you going for the first down?
You got to get the ball past that first down, stop the clock.
So let's see if they run that sideline pattern that they have been to Ray. He's not looked left once. He's looking down the middle of the field. He is going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught, and the ball game is going to be over. Hager with the catch, and Clyde comes up and slams him to the ground. They hadn't looked left the whole drive, and they do, and that is going to wrap it up. There'll be a loss back to the 30, and it's on downs.
Brad, who was it made that stop?
Abe Morrison came up.
That's what I thought. I thought it was Abe. Abe did a great job of coming up and putting that stick on.
Victory formation for the Clyde Fliers. Jaden Cook has it. And the Flyers have upset Bellevue here tonight at Bishop Stadium. They finished 4-1 in the conference, and they tie the Bellevue Redmen for first place. Also could propel Clyde to the number 2 spot in the computer, and these two teams could find themselves facing each other later on. We're going to take a timeout. We'll get back with all the post game after this. Clyde wins 14-6. You've been listening to Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football on 92.1 The Wolf.